$19.95. Do you know 80% of those who take the quick start order again? We know it works. So if your pain isn't worth the price of a cup of coffee a day to lower, then you're not in much pain. If it is worth it, try the 3-week quick start. ReliefFactor.com, ReliefFactor.com, or call 800-500-8384, Relief Factor.
Each weekend of summer, you have two choices: lock in vacation mode or knock out your list of home improvement projects. Spending your weekend running errands or waiting in line is nobody's idea of fun. That's why you have to check out SelectBlinds.com. Select Blinds makes ordering blinds online simple and easy. With products you've seen on all your favorite home improvement shows, SelectBlinds.com is your go-to defense against the summer sun. Their specialists will walk you through how to measure, choose, and install your new window coverings. Select Blinds has the most online reviews and 5-star ratings on the planet. Now that's customer service done right. SelectBlinds.com really is the simple and smart way to get blinds. To get the best deals on blinds, shades, and shutters, shop today at SelectBlinds.com. Remember to mention our show at checkout using the drop-down menu. Let SelectBlinds.com protect you from the summer heat today. SelectBlinds.com.
$1.99, $1.99.
Penny here is trying to see how many ways she can say $1.99.
$199, 10 times 9.
Thankfully, there's only one way to say delicious deal. And that's Long John Silver's one-piece fish and fries for only $1.99. Come to Long John Silver's today for our delicious 100% Alaskan whitefish. Hand-dipped, cooked to golden perfection, and served with natural cut fries, all for only a little help here, Penny?
$1.99. Wow, $1.99?
Yes, Penny. Wow. Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more.
660 AM, The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to The Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. That's a telephone number you may want to use now because a dear friend of North Texas, especially if you happen to be a Republican or a conservative, is joining us on the air. I'm proud to call current Tarrant County GOP Chairman Tim O'Hare my friend. We've known each other since almost the time I got here 10 years ago. I was thrilled to be invited to his wedding. It was one of the most beautiful weddings I've ever seen. It was absolutely breathtaking. And so are the children that came from that marriage, all 3 daughters, I believe. And joining us is Tim O'Hare. And Tim, welcome to the Wells Report. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
You know, it is always good to be with you, my friend, except you left a little one out.
You got 4 now. Is that right?
Number 4 was born in January.
Outstanding.
Four girls. You believe that?
That's awesome, man. I can hardly wait to see how many young men get shot in the front yard of the O'Hare.
Well, we're gonna be showing a lot of guns to some folks in the coming years. I can promise you that.
So very funny. Well, when we met, you were the mayor of Farmers Branch.
What was I, or was I just on the city council? I don't remember.
Maybe you were on the city council. You were on the city council.
I think I was on the city council, and then probably about a year after that is when I ran for mayor.
And that was when we were trying to figure out whether American law or politics was going to be preeminent in Farmers Branch and the rest of North Texas, as I recall.
You know what? It's something that, that we're talking about all that stuff that we started doing in Farmers Branch. I mean, that's now 11 years ago, but people have forgotten that 11 years ago, no Republican in the state of Texas, or anywhere else for that matter, with the exception of 2 people, a congressman named Tom Tancredo out of Colorado,
right,
and a mayor in Pennsylvania,
Barletta, Lou
Barletta,
right.
Nobody else was saying we've got to get serious about the border and we have to address this problem of illegal immigration. Nobody in Texas would touch it. In fact, the legislature in Texas was passing benefits for the children of illegal aliens to go to college like they were in state. So we made that. We helped make that a mainstream Republican issue. And after we started doing that, then you started seeing legislators and governors and senators actually talk about the problem.
But you know, there was something else. You also were the first to jump all over criminal aliens as well.
That's right. So there's a program called 287G.
Right.
That is basically allows your local law enforcement officials, whether it's the sheriff's department, a local police department, whatever, to be trained by the feds as ICE agents. We were the first city in Texas to do it when nobody had even heard of it. After we did it, Irving followed suit, Carrollton followed suit, Houston followed suit. The last time I heard, and this was like probably 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, Farmers Branch alone had arrested and turned over to ICE, I think it was like 2,800 people that were arrested in Farmers Branch in the country illegally that were wanted or had been convicted of other crimes. And so these other cities that followed suit, I mean, we're literally talking tens of thousands of illegal aliens have been apprehended. Those who are, convicted or charged with serious crimes have been turned over to ICE after what we did in Farmers Branch. And I'm the last person on earth that would try to take credit for it all. Yeah, I was the spearhead of it, but it was citizen driven. I mean, it was people coming out saying, do something. And we had a strong council. We replaced a few council members during that time, but it got even stronger. And it shows you what a local government can do to stand up for the rule of law and stand up for conservatism.
We are speaking with Tim O'Hare. He is the current Tarrant County GOP chairman. He is an incredible human being, the father of 4 beautiful daughters, Juliana, who's 1, Emily, who's 3, Katie, who's 4. And actually, no, that says you had 3 daughters. Now, see, that's where that got. Tell me about your newest one. How old is she?
I lose track of them all after a while. So Amanda, she is 7 months old.
Amanda, of course, 7 months old. Yeah, I remember I had 4 sons. They're all pirates. They're all galoots. You don't want to know any of them. Anyway, what I would get to the point where I would get confused as to which one I was talking about. And rather than try to figure it all out and protect their self-esteem, what I ended up doing was just saying, which one are you?
That's right. Honey, come over here. And we figured out that worked.
There you go, honey. Come here. Come here, little honey. I don't know what I would do with daughters. I mean, they would wrap themselves. I would be wrapped around so many little fingers. I don't think I could deal with it.
It's my whole life, I never thought of having girls. I grew up with one brother. My mom was a little tomboyish. I mean, she got us interested in football. And so I always just thought in terms of having boys. And just having girls, there's just nothing like it. I mean, they can't wait to see me when I get home. They jump in my lap about every 10 minutes and give me a hug. It's amazing.
That's so fantastic. And then they get much older and they don't do that anymore. It's the weirdest.
They start asking for money.
Yeah,
and get married.
It's the craziest thing.
So we're going to enjoy it while we can.
Yeah, it's sort of like what the officiant at your wedding said. Your pastor who said, I'll never forget the look on your face when he said it. Being married is like being pecked to death by a chicken.
And we've talked about this before. My wife is unbelievable. There is no more supportive a wife anywhere to be found. She's wonderful. And my marriage has been nothing like that, fortunately.
Of course not. So, my friend, after your mayorship, you ended up becoming the Tarrant County Republican chairman. And you put a lot of work into a job that doesn't pay anything. And I have always been amazed at that. The selfless service of what you did for the Republican Party in Tarrant County is something that I saw you on several different occasions. I mean, you would work polling places. You would be in a situation where you would show up at rallies for candidates. You would call people and say, hey, don't forget to vote today. And you really did a great job with every facet of your chairmanship.
Well, thank you for saying that. And this sounds so corny because most people aren't this way that get involved in politics, and most people don't believe there's anybody that does. But when I ran for city council, I didn't run to get into politics. I didn't run to become famous. I ran because our town was on the decline and somebody needed to do something, and I wasn't going to just sit around and gripe about it. When I ran for this position, so I had been out of any kind of public office for 5 years. I'd stayed involved in politics. I serve on a state board. I'd throw fundraisers for candidates. People would call me and ask for advice on running and policy and different things like that. I've always been active that way, but nobody would step up to run for this position. There was nobody running. The current chairwoman was leaving, and I had several people come ask me if I'd run for county commissioner. And I thought about it for about 2 minutes. Had a couple of people, probably a little longer than that. I had a few people come to me and say, would you please run for Congress? And I wasn't doing that. I wasn't going to leave my family behind while I went up to Washington, D.C. and did that stuff. But county chair, it's an important position. It's underrated. 90% of the public or more doesn't know what it does. But nobody was running. I said, you know what, I'll do it. And the rumors went around that I was doing it to prepare for the next thing I was going to run for. And as I announced here about a week ago, there isn't a next thing at this point. I got that question, and you know this, I got that question all the time when I was mayor. What are you running for next? What are you running for next? As though I was doing this to move up the ladder politically. I didn't then, I'm not now. I just truly care about our country, care about the area we live in, and just wanted to serve.
Tim, the thing about it is that you're such a great candidate. And then when you win, you're such a great public servant. I mean, you're rakishly handsome. You're, you are witty. You are smart. And I have always been incredibly impressed with your political acumen. You see things that other people just don't see.
Well, don't stop there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're well educated. You have very, very big feet. If you get my drift, you lettered in football, and you got an actual capital letter instead of some of the other guys that you played football with. And
you know what?
I'm sorry.
If I would have done anything else in life, it would have been the football coach.
Oh, really?
I love football. I can't wait for football season. I'm so excited that we're a week and a day away from college football season. I can't see straight.
Well, the only thing that I can tell you on that is that if it wasn't for the fact that Bill Belichick figured out what to do with H-backs, which are the guys that are not wideouts, they're the slot receivers that run crossing patterns.
Right.
Guys your size, and in the league that I was playing, I was a guy your size. I played in the California Football League, so I wasn't fast enough to be a wideout, but I wasn't big enough to be a tight end, so they put me in the slot, and I got my butt kicked so hard for so many times. I just said, why am I doing this? I'm going to end up as a bag of broken glass.
I'll tell you something funny. So I graduated high school in 1987, and when my senior year of high school, I think I know what I had. I had 739 yards receiving in a 10-game season.
Woo-hoo!
That was enough to rank like third in the Metroplex.
Nice.
739 yards today is what the leading receiver in the Metroplex has after about 3 games. I mean, it's just a totally different sport. There were 2 wide receivers on the field.
Sure.
That was it. And now sometimes there's 4 wides. I mean, it's a totally different sport.
Well, welcome to the West Coast offense. So
yeah.
Speaking, you were talking about your political career, and so many people, what I was trying to get across that people see you with a lot of political talent and a very big political future. And you have certainly done the right things to be able to put yourself in a position to be able to move forward if you choose to. Now, your children, your wife, your life, you're standing in the community, you're a lawyer in town, you are without doubt, one of the great people in North Texas. I understand what you're doing, but what I'm trying to figure out is this. I mean, do you think these people are actually going to leave you alone? Do you think that your love of Texas, your love of country, is going to put you in a position where you can stay away from where the action is?
Well, I'm not going to stay away. So I'm not telling you I'll never run for anything else again. I mean, that possibility is out there. What I tell people is it's 50-50, and I don't have some grand plan. Everybody that's in politics has this grand plan of what they're running for next. I have no grand plan. I have no, this is what I'll run for in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. I may run for something else. I may not. What I will do is I will be involved. I'll serve on a board or commission. And what I really like to do, I get a lot of conservative people who want to run for office or who are in office. And they call me and ask me, how to win, what do you got to do to win? But they call me once they're in there and ask me, how do we get this passed? How do we get this passed? I'm having this issue.
Yeah, and we'll find out what happens next when we come back to Tim O'Hare next on the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer.
Hi, you may recognize my voice. For years, I've been doing the commercials for Vein Clinics of America. The really funny thing is I had bulging varicose and spider veins for years and didn't do anything about it. There were whole summers I'd play the cover-up game and suffer because I didn't want to wear shorts or skirts. Listen, when your veins are bulging out the back of your legs, you don't want people to see. It's embarrassing and painful. So I finally did something and I went to Vein Clinics of America. It was so much easier than I thought. My treatments only took about an hour and I went right back to work. And now I'm wearing shorts and my legs look and feel amazing. Best of all, my insurance covered the procedure. So stop hiding. Call Vein Clinics of America now. They're the best. They're the largest, and they've been helping people restore their legs for over 35 years. There's absolutely no reason to suffer any longer. Call Vein Clinics now for your free fast-track consultation. Call 800-780-1975. 800-780-1975. That's 800-780-1975.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
Listen to what Jeff says about Andro 400.
This product is so much better than even some of the advertisements. It's changed every aspect of my life. I was a 40 waist, and with the Andro 400, I'm down to 36. I'm 54 years old, and people have said to me that I look better than I ever have, and that I look like I'm in my early 40s. Hands down, I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm telling you, it's the Andro. People immediately notice the burst of energy, my skin, my energy, plus the weight loss, the toning of the body, and the increased strength and endurance that I have in the gym. Where I was and where I am now, night and day. And Andro 400 has made the difference. My customers, my friends, my family, everybody's noticing the difference.
Guys, if you want to lose belly fat, gain energy, strength, and muscle, and look and feel years younger like Jeff, try Andro 400, the safe, natural, and affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. That's 888-400-0435. Andro400.com.
Hey, it's Mark Davis from my friends at Sleep Experts. Labor Day. It's coming down the road a piece, but you know what's on right now? The Sleep Experts Labor Day sale, giving you savings of up to $500 off every mattress brand. You'll find the perfect mattress for you with Sleep Experts' exclusive Expert Match technology. You can even get up to 6 years interest-free financing on qualifying mattress sets. Call 866-780-6220 for credit costs and terms. Consumer Choice Award winners 11 years in a row. New school year coming, decking out a dorm room. Save big at Sleep Experts for back to school. Twin mattresses starting at just $189. You'll love the Expert Match mattress. You lie down on it, senses your mattress needs, and sends you to 5 or 6 mattresses instead of 300. You're saving time and money at Sleep Experts. SleepExperts.com. Find a location near you. They're wonderful folks, especially during this Labor Day sale. Up to $500 off all across the store. SleepExperts.com.
America's veterans are more than a source of pride. They're a source of strength. When our veterans thrive, our communities thrive. With your support, our veterans can get career and education opportunities as well as benefits they've earned.
Howdy, I'm Congressman Bill Flores. Join me in thanking our nation's veterans and finding out how you can support veterans in our community.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
If you worry about making your money last through retirement, don't miss this free Money Matters Retirement Seminar in Arlington Saturday or Fort Worth Wednesday, September 6th. Learn how to plan for retirement cash flow, the best time to take Social Security, what you can do to help grow your portfolio when possible, while also helping protect it from a stock market crash. 5 strategies to help save on income taxes, plus much more. Seating is limited. Please reserve now at moneymatters.net. That's moneymatters.net or call 800-994-0302.
If you've got questions, we've got answers. 660 AM. The Answer. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. His name is Tim O'Hare, current Tarrant County GOP chairman. He is going to step aside when his term is over. You got, what, 10 months left?
10 months, yep.
10 months left. After that, you're going to spend some time with those gorgeous blonde girls in your house.
Absolutely.
Okay, and get back to your practice a little bit. From what I understand, your legal practice.
Well, that's still going strong, and it has been through this term, but I got to tell you, it's been a challenge. And being the chairman of the party, the largest Republican party, the largest Republican county in the state of Texas, running a law firm, running a real estate venture, having 4 kids aged 6 and under, serving in the church as a Sunday school teacher, on the personnel committee as a deacon, something's got to give. And what that something is I don't have enough time and energy to spend with my family, and I'm going to fix that.
Good for you, and I think it's wonderful. Let me ask you this. Let's talk a little Republican politics.
Yes.
As we come to this conversation, we have Donald Trump, who is someone not especially loved by the Republican Party, hated by the Democrat Party, reviled by the mainstream media. The only people that want Donald Trump where he is are the people that elected him, and that, of course, we, the people of the United States. He is a populist president, and therefore, whenever anybody takes a shot at the president, they're essentially taking a shot at the people who put him in office. For example,
Right.
you know, they say he's not fit for office. Well, Thomas Jefferson often spoke of the fact that only the American people know who the president should be. And that's always been the case. And so now we have a point where these people are taking shots at President Trump and absolutely infuriating we, the people of the United States. Some of those people taking shots are Republicans, and it's hurting this party. What are your thoughts on that? And where do you see this coming to some sort of resolution?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I wish I could tell you I see some kind of resolution coming soon. Truthfully, I don't. What we have right now are 4 parties in America inside of 2 parties. And I'd be lying to you if I told you I thought I saw something that was going to bring Tea Party Republicans and mainstream Republicans together. I don't. I can tell you Republicans are mad as all get out at this ridiculous charade that went on for 7 years about repealing Obamacare, pass a bill to repeal Obamacare. You promise you're going to do it. You get the White House, you get the Senate, you have the House, and then you don't do a thing. I mean, it's infuriated people. But I'll say this about Trump. So probably, I don't know how many candidates there were, 17 of them. He was probably in my top 15 when he was running. And I was truly afraid if he got into office, he was really just going to be another liberal running as a Republican. And I got to tell you, John David, I've been really happy with what he's done.
I am too.
He's not perfect. No president is. But you know what this guy's done? This guy has fully, you've been saying it for years. It's been talked about in talk radio for years. But he has fully exposed the mainstream media for the Democrat Party shills that they are. He takes them on. He's not afraid of anything. And what he's done just with the media alone, we've badly needed, and he's exposed them. Now everybody knows they're frauds, and it's no longer this little hidden secret.
Tim O'Hare, I want to thank you for all of your political work. I, in my heart of hearts, believe that maybe we'll get a chance to vote for you again, and I can hardly wait to do so. My thoughts are that you have done such great work. I wanted to spend some time with you now that you're stepping back from your Tarrant County GOP chairmanship. I wanted to make sure that you understood that there were a lot of us out here, not just radio guys, but a lot of people that watched what you did and were awe-inspired by it and wanted to say thank you in public in front of God and everyone.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for what you do. You know, what the role you and others like you play is so important in our area, in our country. And hey, I've got 10 months left. I'm going to work my tail off for those next 10 months. I try to leave everything that I take on better than I found it. That will be my goal for the next 10 months. And hopefully we'll build on our lead in Tarrant County for next November.
One of the great guys, Tim O'Hare. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer.
Hey, everybody, Mark Davis with news from the world of foundation repair, and what a busy world that is. I want to tell you about the folks I have used, Abacus Foundation Repair. They've been serving North Texas with the highest quality foundation repair solutions for 17 years. It's all about peace of mind. You don't want foundation problems. When they're solved, you want them solved right. You want an elite, state-of-the-art solution for your home, and they've got it, Abacus Foundation Repair, Millennium Composite Pilings, the only DFW foundation repair contractor that has this advanced system. And here's something they want you to know. They have an A+ from the Better Business Bureau and a lifetime warranty insured by a $2 million products and services policy per project. $2 million backing up their work. You can be 100% certain your foundation will be repaired right the first time. So get in touch, 972-406-9000. Call the right company first. Abacus Foundation Repair. Count on them. Get it? AbacusFoundationRepair.com, 972-406-9000.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I had some ulcer issues on my leg that I had from Vietnam. It would erupt on occasion of periods of stress. When I was taking juices, these ulcers had disappeared, but I was not able to get good quality fruits and vegetables to make good juices. And, these ulcers came back. But since I've been taking the fruit and the veggie capsules, these ulcers again have subsided.
Good health is only a phone call away. What are you waiting for? Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code 660AM.
Want to know the secret that all those flipping houses gurus won't tell you? Flipping multi-unit properties is easier and more profitable than flipping single-family homes. With over 17 years of experience, we here at RE Mentor will show you the art of buying and selling multi-unit properties. Come spend the afternoon or evening with our team of experts, and we'll show you how to put $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket over the next 90 days. This 2-hour class will teach you the art of the multi-unit flip and long-term hold. You'll learn how to buy, hold, and sell multi-unit properties with no money down, no credit, and no risk. You risk nothing but have everything to gain. This intensive 2-hour real estate class is coming to the Dallas area soon. Call 800-380-5195 to secure your seat now. This seminar is free to the first 30 people that call. Change your life now and learn the art of the multi-unit flip or long-term hold. Call 800-380-5195. That's 800-380-5195. Call now.
When you have sleep apnea, traveling can be a real drag because you have to drag your big, bulky home CPAP device with you everywhere you go. But not anymore. Now you can travel easily and sleep comfortably anywhere thanks to Transcend, the world's very first mini CPAP. And right now, you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights. So call now, 1-800-400-1841. Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever, Transcend is as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. You can even add a battery that's as tiny as a deck of cards. Transcend is so incredibly small and light, you can easily fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. It's FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. Now you can enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. But don't delay. To receive your 10-night in-home trial, call minicpap.com now. 1-800-400-1841. Again, that's 1-800-400-1841.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
If you're young and healthy, you don't need life insurance, right? Yeah, that's what I used to think too, until my brother died at 38. Joe left his wife with 2 kids, a mortgage, and a stack of bills she couldn't pay. Mary had to sell the house and move everybody into this tiny 2-bedroom apartment just to make ends meet. I never want to do that to my wife, so I got life insurance. I called AIG Direct and was really surprised how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. Listen, if you have a family, you should seriously think about getting life insurance. You'll feel a lot better having it, trust me.
Call AIG Direct for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you could save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-700-5593. That's 1-800-700-5593. 1-800-700-5593.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. The Wells Report. Must hear radio on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. You know, I think I'm onto something. I truly am. I have the times in this nation when there has been strife, hate, miscontent that spilled over into the public square in the form of public violence has happened for all intents and purposes twice in my life. Once when I was a kid, a baby. I was born in 1958. And so in 1970, I was 12. But I got to watch the 60s unfold in front of me. I got to watch the interactions of the government and the war and the draft. And I got to watch a president take charge of that only to be defeated by his own paranoid craziness and his own willingness to lie in the clutch. But in both of those circumstances, what we had was we had the left feeding on and annihilating the left. It wasn't about the right side of the political spectrum duking it out with the left side of the political spectrum. It wasn't that at all. A Democrat president through 1968, through the wheelhouse of the Vietnam War and the draft, continued to escalate, continued to run the war through the White House, continued to allow the mainstream media a foothold on dictating national policy. The media, for its part, decided that what it was doing was it was representing the people of the United States, which was, just like it is now, a very seriously poor choice of action. There were only three television stations then: CBS, NBC, and ABC. And so at that point, there really wasn't a lot to foment this into what's called societal critical mass. In other words, we didn't have Twitter that we could insult and beat up people on instantaneously. We didn't have Facebook, which is, I think, say what you want to about Zuckerman. You know, was he a ne'er-do-well college kid that came up with something brilliant? Yeah, he was a ne'er-do-well college kid that came up with something brilliant, and Facebook is perhaps the very quintessential best way for all of us to be able to speak with all of us. Mass social media is a good thing. It is a vibrant way to celebrate the First Amendment of the Constitution. I don't know how things would have been. I don't believe there would have been a silent majority, hearkening back to Richard Nixon, if we had this kind of social media then that we have now. There is no silent media. There is no silent majority. There is a majority of Americans who believe in American things, who are not taken in by the leftist propaganda being pounded into our heads every single day. Those of us who read are familiar with the ideas behind George Orwell's 1984. Gigantic television screens in your house, pounding you with information, pounding you with data. Okay, pounding you with propaganda. Now that can happen. And I interact with people every single day who are victims of that very propaganda. Victims. These people cannot figure out what's going on because garbage in, garbage out. And that's where they find themselves. It is truly a terrifying mess. And it worries me, just like it should worry just about everybody. But the times in my life when the nation was in its biggest pain, in its most frightening times, were when the left was feeding in on itself. And that's where we are now. There's no fight like a family fight. Like it or not, the KKK is a leftist organization that has its roots in the Democrat Party all the way back to the end of the Civil War. Like it or not, the Nazi Party is a leftist party, socialists, fascists, and crazy. Like it or not, white supremacists are essentially an amalgam of those first two groups. But they are also leftist, angry Democrats, upset about the fact that suddenly these slaves were living in the society with an equal share. They build these statues. These people, America's blacks, nurtured by the left throughout our lives, fold back in on all of this stuff because they suddenly realize these people that have been leading them around by whatever means possible were the people celebrating the lost cause back in the good old days when America was white and everybody knew their place. And so they're going back into all these places and saying, take those things down. It's absolutely necessary. Those of us who grew up with those statues and see something completely different that showed up on the scene far beyond the lost cause people that looked at these buzz cut, undershirt wearing, short sleeve guys with horn rimmed glasses, grabbing Lester Maddox's personally autographed axe handles and going out and taking care of political business as a Dixiecrat. I mean, we laughed at those guys. You could go anywhere in America right now, and if you see a guy wearing a suit, black shoes, and white socks, you start laughing. But that's the way those guys were. That's the way they were dressed. But the left folding in on the left badly damages this nation. Let me give you a perfect example. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi has ramped up calls to remove reprehensible Confederate statues in the halls of Congress. Her public denunciations are extremely passionate. They're well communicated. She believes in it, but the sad truth is that her father helped dedicate a statue decades ago when he was the mayor of Baltimore. That's north of the Mason-Dixon line. It was May 2nd, 1948, when, according to a Baltimore Sun article from that day, 3,000 people looked on as then-Governor William Preston Lane and Pelosi's father, the late Thomas D'Alessandro Jr., spoke of the dedication of a monument to honor Confederate Generals Robert E. Lee and Thomas Stonewall Jackson. Lane delivered a speech. Mayor D'Alessandro accepted the memorial. Today, with our nation beset by subversive groups and propaganda, which leads us to destroy our national unity, we can look for inspiration to the lives of Lee and Jackson to remind us of the resolute and determined in preserving our sacred institutions, D'Alessandro said. We must remain steadfast in our determination to preserve freedom, not only for ourselves, but for the other liberty-loving nations who are striving to preserve their national unity as free nations. In these days of uncertainty and turmoil, Americans must emulate Jackson's example and stand like a stone wall against aggression in any form that would seek to destroy the liberty of the world. Remember, this was 1948. The Cold War had just begun. He was talking about Russia. But what was Lee and Jackson? What were they in the picture for? Well, the lost cause. And so this idea that I have that the nation is never damaged more than when left falls in on itself, when it truly implodes, having never actually dealt with the race hatred that drives that party, and I'll say it again, never having adequately dealt with the race hatred that drives that party. You see, the Democrats have a major problem. They have never dealt with their own racism. They have never come close to dealing with it. They blame it on other people. They try to foist it on the Republican Party, which is as absurd as the day is long. It's absurd. But because it's backed up by the mainstream media, who is so brilliantly described by Steve Bannon as the opposition party, because it's no longer a news media, it's a propaganda medium. That's all it is. There's nothing real in it. Here's what's great about the Democrat Party today. I'm George Stephanopoulos. Here's how Trump began. Here's how Trump blew it again. I'm Shepard Smith. Those of us who are patriots, those of us who believe in these monuments for other things besides race, those of us who believe that it was noble that the South fought for what they believed in, even though what they believed in was wrong, they fought for it. And in my case, I looked at it from a military standpoint. I can find no justification for the way the Union Army handled their business in the South of the United States of America. There were a lot of war criminals wearing blue. War criminals, crimes against humanity. I still don't know how anybody in the South survived the winter of 1865. I don't have any idea. There was nothing to eat. No crops to depend on. No seed corn, no nothing. There was nothing to do. They did the best they could. My wife has an ancient cookbook. It was at least 4 generations old when my grandmother got it. Do you know what it's called? It's called the Critter Cookbook. The Critter Cookbook. A lot of the recipes say, start with a critter. Now, when you start thinking about all of this, you start thinking about all these people that are desperately involved in a leftist nervous breakdown in the United States of America. The narcissism and the arrogance of trying to inflict it on all of us is speaking for itself. But what we have to do as rational Americans is we have to remind these people as they malfunction that this is a self-inflicted wound on their part, and remind them that with every stupid move they make, they have less and less power in this nation. Because that is truly how we find our country today. The 24th of August, year of our Lord 2017. This is the Wells Report.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. I have a question for you about windows and your home. Why are windows so doggone expensive? You ever price some of these things out, have somebody buy the house, get an estimate? They're astronomically high. Do you have to spend that much money to get quality windows? No, you do not. Allow me to introduce you to Best Buy Windows and Siding. You know the jingle, you know the website now, bestbuywindowsandsiding.com. Stand by for a phone number because I'm going to show you people who buy from major manufacturers straight to the warehouse, eliminating the middleman, no huge marketing budget, no crazy overhead. That's how you save a bunch of money and still get fantastic quality windows. How about these specifics? 10 double pane single hung windows installed for $39.50. 10 triple pane double hung windows, $49.50. Pay for quality, not the name. 972-200-4485. 972-200-4485 or bestbuywindowsandsiding.com.
Best Buy Windows and Siding.
Do you suffer from pain, numbness, tingling, and or balance problems in the feet or hands? You may have peripheral neuropathy. For months, years, or even decades, you have been taking medications, but your pain continues to worsen? We can help. We are the Neuropathy and Pain Centers of Texas. Even if you have tried several different solutions, don't give up. New progressive treatments are finally available, and they may be the answer to your pain and neuropathy. The Neuropathy and Pain Centers of Texas, with multiple locations throughout DFW, are now offering free consultations to see if you are a candidate for these new treatments. You don't have to live with the pain. We are now offering free consultations to the first 20 callers.
Call today to set up a free consultation, 844-603-6962. That's 844-603-6962. Or go to stopmynervepain.com. Space is limited. Call today.
Need a new CPAP? Then we need you. We're CPAP.com, and we carry the world's best CPAP machines, including top-of-the-line ResMed equipment. To move inventory, we're selling our ResMed AirStart machines at a fraction of the price of similar machines. Call now and ask for one of these overstocked CPAPs. We'll even provide free next-day air shipping on your ResMed machine order, so you get it fast. Call 1-800-900-6135. The best part? No insurance needed. Our CPAPs are priced so low they can even cost less than your copay and deductible through insurance. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and has everything you need to treat sleep apnea. With no retail overhead or costly middlemen, we're the best way to get comfortable, effective sleep apnea equipment at incredibly low prices. Again, CPAP.com is overstocked on ResMed AirStart CPAPs and offering free next-day air shipping on these devices. Call now for these great deals and others. Call 1-800-900-6135. If lines are busy, please try again. That's 1-800-900-6135.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary. With the stock market at all-time highs, cash in your profits now and invest in an asset that can potentially pay for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well, and that's the sound of a smart investment. If your personal net worth exceeds $1 million excluding your primary residence, then you qualify as an SEC-defined accredited investor. Call 800-833-7944. To learn how you can potentially achieve 20 or more years of income and deduct 100% of every dollar invested against all forms of income. Encore is drilling in an area that is potentially one of the most prolific horizontal oil plays in the entire country. Oil prices are projected to rise, so you need to own your own piece of an oil field. Find out why Encore's horizontal oil program was recently featured in the Energy and Mining International magazine. Call 800-833-7944 directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 800-833-7944. 800-833-7944.
Message and data rates may apply.
Attention, it is illegal to text and drive. So if you're experiencing hair loss and you want a permanent solution, please pull over now, because an incredible offer that could give you your hair back is just one text away. Bosley is the world's most experienced hair restoration expert, always pioneering the latest technology. And now we're giving everyone who texts GROW to 543-543. An absolutely free information kit that reveals just how easy and affordable this permanent solution really is. Don't wait. When you text GROW to 543-543, we'll also give you a gift card for $250 off. Millions of men and women have come to Bosley for a permanent solution to hair loss. So pull over now and see for yourself how great your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit. Text GROW to 543-543. Plus, get a free gift card. This amazing offer is just one text away. GROW to 543-543.
You can listen on the go. Find us on iHeartRadio. 660 AM. The Answer. If it's important to you, it's on the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. Bill de Blasio is trying to figure out how to get rid of Christopher Columbus. Let's see. This is a good one. The Sons of Confederate Veterans is suing the University of Texas at Austin for the second time in 3 years over the removal of statues from the flagship campus's main mall. The group's Texas chapter argues the UT Austin president Greg Fenves broke the law when he ordered and removed 4 statues late last Sunday night. Yeah, the way that works is that you cannot remove these statues without a vote of the legislature. Yeah. There was a group, the descendants of George Littlefield, right? He was a former UT regent and Confederate veteran who paid for the statues to be erected before his death in 1920. The value of the monuments totaled $250,000 when they were erected 100 years ago. The lawsuit claims they could be worth $500,000 each, or up to $3 million now. And so, yeah, they were removed illegally. In Texas, you can't do that unless you have a vote of the legislature. Food for thought. This is the Wells Report.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. Listen Clear is fully adjustable, so you can find the perfect way to hear almost everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now, you can try Listen Clear absolutely free with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-855-568-4327. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your risk-free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-855-568-4327. That's 1-855-568-4327. 1-855-568-4327.
Acme Home Insurance.
Yes, I'd like to make a claim.
What are you wanting to claim, sir?
My air conditioner broke down.
Sorry, but your home insurance doesn't cover air conditioner breakdowns.
So what do you cover?
Home damage from things like earthquakes, volcanoes, a zombie apocalypse.
A zombie apocalypse? But that'll never happen.
But if it did, you'd be covered, sir.
But not my air conditioner?
I'm afraid not.
But his air conditioner could have been covered with a home warranty from American Home Shield, plus major components of 20 other home systems and appliances, like his electrical system, plumbing, refrigerator, and more. For valuable free information, call 1-800-900-9203. Homeowners insurance can cover what might happen.
Zombies are coming!
But a home warranty helps cover what will happen.
Now the dryer won't work.
Be sure with the Shield. American Home Shield. For valuable free information, call 1-800-900-9203. That's 1-800-900-9203. 1-800-900-9203.
A reminder, we have a special free Money Matters retirement seminar in Arlington Saturday or Fort Worth Wednesday, September 6th. Once again, there's a lot of uncertainty and stock market volatility. That's why if you're retired or retiring soon and don't have years to make up a major loss, it's important to also include a protective strategy as part of your plan. The 2008 stock market crash wiped out 12 years of gains in just 17 months. Reserve now at moneymatters.net. That's moneymatters.net or call 800-994-0302.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lisa Lacera. As Hurricane Harvey threatens the Texas coast, more and more counties ordering people to leave.
Tropical storm force winds will begin over the warning area during the midday hours on Friday and then build to hurricane force as we get into Friday night.
Dennis Feltgen with the National Hurricane Center in Miami.
It will take a while for the hurricane to spin down below hurricane strength, probably not occurring until sometime Saturday morning.
Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards also declaring a state of emergency, though right now there's no immediate threat to that state. Florida executing a man for the first time in 18 months.
Florida executing a man Thursday with an anesthetic never used before in a U.S. lethal injection. 53-year-old Mark Asay executed for 2 racially motivated murders. Asay also the first white man executed in Florida for killing a black man.
Fox's Paul Stevens, Fox News. We report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
Varicose and spider veins. What a gift from my mom. She had them and I got them. Not only are they uncomfortable and sometimes painful, but I stopped wearing shorts and skirts because I was embarrassed and hated the way my legs looked. So I went to Vein Clinics of America. The procedure took about an hour and I was right back to work. What they're doing these days with lasers and minimally invasive technologies is unbelievable. The staff made me feel so comfortable and the results, well, even my husband noticed. Vein Clinics of America has been treating vein disease for over 35 years. They're the largest and most experienced in the U.S. Look, I've been doing the commercials for vein clinics for years because I believe in them, and you can trust them too. The best part was my insurance covered the procedure. So stop hiding your legs this summer. There's no reason to suffer any longer. Call Vein Clinics of America now for your free fast-track consultation. Call 800-780-1975. 800-780-1975. That's 800-780-1975.
Futures and options trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors.
Fire the stockbroker and hire yourself. I'm Larry Levin, and I've been on the trading floor for 23 years. I was one of the biggest traders in the S&P pit. I'm also the president of Trading Advantage, a leading educational firm teaching people how to become professional day traders. Now, for a limited time, I'm offering one of the trading techniques I use to make $1.9 million for free. Invest in and control your own future. Get started right now by calling 800-914-5567. Leave your email address on my voicemail, and I'll email you my free trading technique and daily insiders market report at no cost to you. This is the very information I use to build my fortune.
I was getting ready to retire. I still needed to make extra income, but I didn't want to work for anyone else. Because of Larry and his excellent instructors, I can trade successfully for myself, and I'll never have to work for someone else again.
Fire the stockbroker and hire the most dependable person you know. You. Again, call in the next 90 minutes. Leave your email address on my voicemail. 800-914-5567. 800-914-5567.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
Warning. If you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $5,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-700-0299. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible, without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-700-0299. That's 1-800-700-0299. 1-800-700-0299.
Sometimes, what you want most from your car is nothing. No headaches, no surprises, no anxiety when it's late at night and you're on some distant freeway in a thunderstorm. That bit of nothing is everything. And that's what you get when you purchase a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz from your authorized dealer. Because only an authorized Mercedes-Benz dealership has the skilled technicians to certify that your pre-owned vehicle is up to Mercedes-Benz standards. Only Mercedes-Benz can back their certified pre-owned vehicles with an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 5 years, with roadside assistance included. It's time to experience confidence that's as unlimited as the warranty. Visit the certified pre-owned sales event now through August 31st, and you'll receive 2 years of prepaid maintenance and special financing available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. You've waited long enough.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on certified pre-owned warranties.
Finding great people to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's time to try ZipRecruiter, where 80% of jobs get a qualified candidate in just one day. How? Using powerful technology, ZipRecruiter matches your job to the right candidates fast. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, only ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio for your free trial. ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio.
Dallas, Fort Worth's home for stimulating talk. 660 AM, The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. The leftist nightmare continues. It is a leftist implosion on leftist history and reality. They, like I said earlier in the show, the Democrats never did deal with the real racism of their party. They just foisted it on the Republicans, and the mainstream media backed them up. And now you've got a point. Now you've gotten to the point where if you go back in history and you say the National Socialist Workers Party, someone tries to tell you that that is a right-wing organization. If there was ever a better example of just how bad public schooling is in the United States, there could not be a better one than that. Keep this in mind. This is a leftist government run amok that killed 6 million people. A totalitarian government. Not just totalitarian, but fascist and totalitarian. arguably the greatest example of leftist governmental politics, and people want to say that it's somehow right-wing. In a demonic and stupid effort to try to shift accountability for racism in the United States from one party to another. And now what we see is all these people who were never slaves protesting monuments that had nothing to do with them against people trying to protect history for the sake of history's sake, and having a national nervous breakdown while we're doing it. It is a leftist implosion from the word go. And a perfect example of just how people, even in America, can be taken in by carefully produced, constantly repeated, unabashed, unashamed propaganda, cynically foisted on the people of the United States by a media who has constitutional protections to do exactly the opposite. Kurt in Bedford, welcome to the Wells Report. Thanks for joining us. Hello.
JD, hello. Well said.
Thank
I'll tell you what, this president of UT, what's his name again? I don't want to get that wrong.
Girl, hang on a second. Wait a minute, don't go anywhere.
Fezhat, what's his name?
Yeah. See, that's funny. No, hang on a minute here. Let's see. President Greg Fenves. Greg Fenves. He broke the law.
Fenves. That's a name that everybody should remember because I know when I want to improve my university and my country, I go out in the dead of night and I do an illegal activity,
yes,
which would be to remove statues
without a vote from the legislature.
Yeah, which under law he cannot do unless it's voted to be done so by the state legislature.
That's right.
So when I want to try to improve something, I go out in the dead of night, JD, and that's what I do. And I think that's indicative of what's going on in this country.
Yep.
You know, the statue thing, I've been covering it and listening to you and a lot of other people about it and well-informed people.
Whoa. Why would you need to listen to anybody else but me, man?
Well, you're actually the most concise on this. You know, if you wanted to solve this problem, and nobody wants a problem to be solved, they just want everybody angry at each other. If you put up an explanatory story of who this person was, what party they were from. This is General Beauregard Poopity Poop, and he was a member of the Democratic Party, and he was for slavery, and he fought these battles. And eventually we won the Civil War, we defeated slavery, and through a period of about 100 years, we finally gained equality for black people through amendments to the Constitution. And if you told that story, that would be very informative and helpful for all Americans, white, black, yellow, red, rainbow color. But they don't want to do that. They want to erase their history. They want to tear it down because they're very afraid that people are going to add 2 and 2 together and go, wow, these Confederates, these guys, they were Democrats.
Yeah. Well, here's the situation. The Democrat Party is, I think that part of this is essentially a cover-up of their past. They're trying to clean up the mess. And it's a mess. And you understand that it's a mess. And I understand it's a mess, especially for them because they've never properly handled. I mean, you don't have to go back into ancient history. You don't have to get the story off of a hunk of clay that has strange markings pressed into it with a stylus. You go back to the Atlanta Constitution in 1960. And you start reading up on the congressional races and the Senate races and so on and so forth regarding Democrat candidates and their conversation about why they should be elected. Lester Maddox signing axe handles as a way to raise money. He was a Democrat. Well, more accurately, he was a Dixiecrat. The person that created the Ku Klux Klan in America was a Democrat. We've covered all this on this broadcast. They're not going to be able to lie their way out of it. They are going to have to stand up before everyone in the country. And then they have to say, hi, my name is, let's see, who could do it? Anyway, got to stand up and got to say, we're the Democrat Party, and back in the 60s, back in the 50s, we were a racist party.
Joe Manchin?
Yeah. Joe Manchin would be a perfect example. Good. Thank you. Joe Manchin needs to stand up and say, hi, I'm Joe Manchin. I'm a senator from the great state of West Virginia. For many years, I was the junior senator of this state with a man who was the senior senator, Robert Byrd, who was a grand dragon of the Ku Klux Klan. He was, for all intents and purposes, a Dixiecrat, but he represented the worst of the racist past of the Democrat Party. For years, we have tried to tar other people with our sins. We have been unsuccessful in actually doing so, even though we have the very best propaganda machine in the history of the human endeavor, the American mainstream media, foisting this lie on you every single day for the last 50 years. It's time for us to be true, and time for us to be straight, and time for us to be real. It's time for the people of the United States to stand together as brothers and sisters of all creeds and colors and move forward. In order to do that, the Democrat Party is going to forego blaming other people for racial problems in the United States when many of them were created by this party itself. We are therefore going to promise to never, ever either accuse someone else of racism or participate in it ourselves, or participate in it ourselves. But you see, if they did that, then they have to walk away from decades of great society governance. But they should do that. They would have to walk away from public lies from people still in their party. Nancy Pelosi and her passionate baloney about right-wing politics and racist politics in the right wing. Are there racists in the right wing? Sure. But it wasn't a matter of party policy as it was with the Democrats. They have to deal with this straightforwardly, truthfully. If they do that, they may actually win another election, honestly. They have to abandon going into court. You know, like right here in front of me, I have a couple of articles here. A federal judge who has compared Texas voters' ID requirements to a poll tax on minorities once again blocked the law today, rejecting a weakened version backed by the Trump administration and dealing Texas Republicans another court defeat over voting rights. This, by the way, as you can tell, written by the Dallas Morning News, which is why there's so much bias in it. Dealing the Texas Republicans another court defeat over voting rights. U.S. District Judge Nelva Gonzalez Ramos rejected changes signed by Republican Governor Greg Abbott this summer as not only lacking but also potentially chilling to voters because of new criminal penalties. The new version didn't expand the list of acceptable photo identification, meaning gun licenses remain sufficient proof to vote, but not college student IDs. Instead, the changes would allow people who lacked a certain required ID to cast a ballot if they signed an affidavit and brought paperwork that showed their name and address, such as a blank statement or utility bill, a bank statement or utility bill. Those revisions were supported by the U.S. Department of Justice, which under President Barack Obama had joined Democrats and minority groups in suing over the law. The Democrats have to stop that. They have to stop taking law that was passed by the representative democratic process. They've got to stop taking those laws into court and suing to get some obvious left-wing crazy person who, by the way, should have no business sitting on a federal bench. Nelva Gonzalez Ramos has no business serving on a federal bench. She's not dealing with the law. She's dealing with what she thinks. This is the Wells Report.
Hello, Howard. Garrett the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekends, Sunday morning, and it's about natural organic gardening. We talk about landscaping and pest control. We talk about tree care. We talk about specific pest control on some things where other people say there are no solutions. Things like oak wilt, rose rosette, crepe myrtle bark scale, and fungal canker on Italian cypress. Join me every Sunday morning, 8 to 11, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Want to know the secret that all those flipping houses gurus won't tell you? Flipping multi-unit properties is easier and more profitable than flipping single-family homes. With over 17 years of experience, we here at RE Mentor will show you the art of buying and selling multi-unit properties. Come spend the afternoon or evening with our team of experts, and we'll show you how to put $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket over the next 90 days. This 2-hour class will teach you the art of the multi-unit flip and long-term hold. You'll learn how to buy, hold, and sell multi-unit properties with no money down, no credit, and no risk. You risk nothing but have everything to gain. This intensive 2-hour real estate class is coming to the Dallas area soon. Call 800-380-5195 to secure your seat now. This seminar is free to the first 30 people that call. Change your life now and learn the art of the multi-unit flip or long-term hold. Call 800-380-5195. That's 800-380-5195. Call now.
For more than 34 years, William Noble has been Dallas's premier source for estate, precious, and rare jewelry. William Noble has moved to their new location in Highland Park Village next to Ralph Lauren. And now it's your chance to turn a special occasion into something truly memorable. If you have an anniversary, birthday, or special occasion, or if you're getting engaged.
To get engaged is a nervous process and transaction, and we're involved with them every step of the way. It's a big deal. At William Noble, what we do is we actually treat that first client as well as our best client that we've had for 30, 40 years, because we're not looking at that one transaction. We're not interested in making a sale, we're interested in building a relationship.
Don't wait. William Noble has the largest inventory in the Southwest of precious and rare jewelry, and they're offering special pricing during their grand reopening in Highland Park Village next to Ralph Lauren. Call 214-526-3890 for an appointment, or visit William Noble in Highland Park Village next to Ralph Lauren. There's never been a better time to visit during their grand reopening sale. WilliamNoble.com.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
If you're young and healthy, you don't need life insurance, right? Yeah, that's what I used to think too, until my brother died at 38. Joe left his wife with 2 kids, a mortgage, and a stack of bills she couldn't pay. Mary had to sell the house and move everybody into this tiny 2-bedroom apartment just to make ends meet. I never want to do that to my wife, so I got life insurance. I called AIG Direct and was really surprised how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. Listen, if you have a family, you should seriously think about getting life insurance. You'll feel a lot better having it. Trust me.
Call AIG Direct for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you could save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-700-5593. That's 1-800-700-5593. 1-800-700-5593.
Hi, I'm Lex Howard, CEO of Balance of Nature. I occasionally take new customer calls, and too often people tell me that they have heard our advertisements for years. If Balance of Nature is not currently being delivered to your doorstep, start now and begin experiencing the benefits of Balance of Nature in your life. Call and see how you can get your free month supply.
I noticed a difference in the first month.
I got rid of most of my other vitamin. I feel pretty good, even though I'm an old guy, 77. I think it's doing great.
I just feel good. I just believe they're really what they say they are.
Good health is only a phone call away. What are you waiting for? Don't miss your opportunity to find out how to get your free month supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code 660AM. At Simple Sleep Services, our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea. A custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment, and your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. U.S. District Court District Judge Nelva Gonzalez Ramos ruled that Senate Bill 5, signed by Governor Greg Abbott in June, does not absolve Texas lawmakers from responsibilities for discriminating against Latino and Black voters when they crafted one of the nation's strictest voter ID laws in 2011. She compared Texas voter ID requirements to a poll tax, which is absurd, unfair, and completely wrong on its face. It's not a poll tax. The state provides identification cards for free. That's all there is to it. She knows this. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that the 2011 law disproportionately burdened minority voters who were less likely to have one of 7 forms of identification the state required to show them at the polls. Strange. There is not a government program designed to reach out to these very same people, these very same burdened minority voters, that doesn't require an ID. Not one. This is a federal judge in the company of other federal judges, by the way. She's not the only one. This is a federal judge that does not want American citizens being the only ones voting in the United States. And I want to know why she thinks that's valid. And I want to know why anybody who is sitting as a federal judge in U.S. District Court would be able to remain sitting at that as a judge in U.S. District Court if they wanted to, in effect, clear the way for non-citizens to vote in our elections. No one has asked her that question. She wouldn't answer it if she was asked that question. It is a violation of her oath of office. She is an officer of the court who is indeed operating in contravention of the law. I'm sorry, but you get disbarred for that. This is not a political deal. This is an American deal. We have to stop these people in their tracks. And once again, the people that are responsible for this lawsuit being in this particular circuit did so because they knew that at some point Nelva Gonzalez Ramos would be ruling on the issue. If indeed, and as I've said over and over and over, what you abuse in the United States is taken away from you. If you are willing to abuse a seat on the bench in federal court, it will soon be taken away from you. The fact that you are given a lifetime appointment to a federal court is not carte blanche to operate in contravention of American law. I realize she's paid for her opinions, but it's her opinion on American law, and not whether that law is correct or not, whether it means that American citizens should vote or not. It seems clear to me. This is the Welsh Report.
Do you suffer from pain, numbness, tingling, and/or balance problems in the feet or hands? You may have peripheral neuropathy. For months, years, or even decades, you have been taking medications, but your pain continues to worsen? We can help. We are the Neuropathy and Pain Centers of Texas. Even if you have tried several different solutions, don't give up. New progressive treatments are finally available, and they may be the answer to your pain and neuropathy. The Neuropathy and Pain Centers of Texas, with multiple locations throughout DFW, are now offering free consultations to see if you are a candidate for these new treatments. You don't have to live with the pain. We are now offering free consultations to the first 20 callers.
Call today to set up a free consultation, 844-603-6962. That's 844-603-6962. Or go to stopmynervepain.com. Space is limited. Call today.
From Plano to Denton down to Louisville too. Hot Finds has it. Also in McKinney, we'll prove it to you. Hot Finds has it.
And now, during Huffines Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram's gigantic summer clearance event, save the big bucks on every remaining new 2017 Huffines Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram car, truck, and SUV while choosing from a Texas-size selection. Plus, Huffines saves you even more with the highest cash rebates and lowest financing available and top dollar for your trade. And remember, Huffines is the Consumer's Choice Auto Group of the Year for the 9th consecutive year. For more, click to Huffines.net or come to Huffines Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram at Ohio and Plano Parkway in Plano, or in Louisville at Huffines Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram right off the I-35 just north of 121.
Huffines has it. Huffines has it.
Hey, remember the mortgage meltdown of 2008? Have you tried to get a mortgage since then and been turned down? Or maybe you haven't even tried because your credit score is stuck at 585 or your tax returns have too many write-offs. Well, Cash Call Mortgage has great news for you. We've just introduced programs for people who've been told no. And what's doubly exciting is that we can solve your mortgage problems with no closing costs, no points, title, escrow, and no fees.
Wait, Cash Call, are you saying you now have credit and income solving mortgages with no closing costs? Are you kidding?
You heard right. A credit or income-solving loan with no closing costs. Call 855-875-CASH, and we'll work with you to solve your mortgage issues. Make the Cash Call at 855-875-CASH.
First mortgages, Impact Mortgage Corp., DBA Cash Call Mortgage, 1 City Boulevard, Orange, California, 92868, NMLS 128231. Equal housing lender, not licensed in all states, not available in Washington State. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing, terms, and restrictions.
That's 855-875-CASH.
Sean Hannity here for my friends at Generator Supercenter, the great American story. Now, this started in 2005 with two brothers selling and repairing generators out of their garage in Texas. Today, they are the #1 Generac dealer in the nation. #1 means more savings for you. When the power goes down, keep your home or business up and running with a Generac standby power system from the Generator Supercenter. Financing available, payments as low as $100 a month. GeneratorSupercenter.com. That's GeneratorSupercenter.com.
At Progressive, we think your floral boutique is the bee's knees.
In fact, it's all the bee's knees in every hive of bees in all the trees from here to Belize. Please. Everyone agrees. You deserve the expertise of Progressive Business Insurance, with over 40 years of experience helping busy bees and their knees glide with ease like a gentle breeze. So whether you're a worker bee, a queen, or none of these, buzz over to progressivecommercial.com if you please. Faster than a bee's knees as he pollinates the leaves of 3 trees. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates.
I believe in you. Just 4 simple words, but to a child in need, they mean the world. When you become a child sponsor with Save the Children, you're saying, I believe in you. You're worthy of good nutrition, quality health care, and education. I believe in you. Just 4 simple words that can bring hope, that can change a life. Because when you believe in a child, you empower them to believe in themselves. Visit sponsor.savethechildren.org today and tell a child in need, I believe in you.
If you worry about making your money last through retirement, don't miss this free Money Matters Retirement Seminar in Arlington Saturday or Fort Worth Wednesday, September 6th. Learn how to plan for retirement cash flow, the best time to take Social Security, what you can do to help grow your portfolio when possible, while also helping protect it from a stock market crash. 5 strategies to help save on income taxes, plus much more. Seating is limited. Please reserve now at moneymatters.net. That's moneymatters.net or call 800-994-0302.
Listen to us live on iHeartRadio, 660 AM. The Answer. Now, more of the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
My favorite talk show host in America is Mark Davis. And I want you to listen to his radio broadcast to find out why I believe that Mark Davis is the best in the business. Mark, tell us what you got planned for tomorrow, the Friday edition of the Mark Davis Show.
Hey, JD, happy Thursday. Here comes Friday, and does it seem like every Friday we look back and go, man, what a week that was? Well, here comes Friday, and man, what a week this has been. So last week, the media said, is this Trump's worst week ever? Well, we'll take a look at this week in the rearview mirror. I think it was great. Had his various facets, strong on Afghanistan, inspiring at the American Legion, busting the media's chops. What's not to love? So we'll check overnight news and welcome all views tomorrow morning's Friday Mark Davis Show, 7 to 10 a.m., right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Thanks very much, Mark. I can hardly wait to hear what you got for us tomorrow. And yeah, it was another one of those weeks. I've got a couple of articles here. I've got something interesting is going on. And I don't know exactly what is going on. I'm going to give you my estimates, you know, like an intelligence estimate. I'm going to give you what that is in just a couple of minutes. But let me give you the facts that I'm working with. First things first. Yesterday, Donald Trump was on this radio station speaking vehemently, castigating, spindling, folding, and mutilating the mainstream media for the way that he's been covered. Hot Air asks this question: did Trump commit incitement for ripping the media in Phoenix? In other words, did he incite we the people into aggression against the mainstream media? 866-660-5759. Do you believe that Donald Trump yesterday incited us to express our anger against the mainstream media? That's on one side of this question, one side of this topic. The other side of this topic is what the media does to Donald Trump. Sedition is overt conduct, such as speech and organization, that tends towards insurrection against established order. Sedition often includes subversion of the Constitution and incitement of discontention or resistance to lawful authority. What I have just described to you is something that happens in the mainstream media against Donald Trump every single day. It is overt conduct. It is speech and organization. While called news reporting, it is certainly insurrection. It is subversive activity against the President of the United States. And the reason that it is subversive is not because the mainstream media is being negative toward the president. The reason it is subversive is that what they are reporting is not true. It is indeed propaganda. You're being Tokyo Rosed, and you may not even know it. Subversion of the Constitution. If these people aren't using political correctness or outright American law in a perverse way to deny someone their religious freedom, then what are they doing? If that's not subversion of the Constitution, what is it? Incitement is what the media does every single day by softballing hard questions about what Antifa is doing. Antifa is not anti-fascist. Antifa is as fascist as it gets, up to and including walking around in what's called a black bloc. A fascist, as you know, is a bundle of sticks that are bound tightly together. The theory that you can break an individual stick, but you cannot break a bunch that are bound together. That's why they walk around in black bloc. It's one of the classic moves of infantry warfare. That's why they beat anybody that ventures inside their black bloc. That's why they carry sticks or fence posts or baseball bats. But they are fascist, and they are subversive, and they are seditionist. Did Donald Trump incite us to show anger and disrespect toward the media? Here's the other question. Did the media incite sedition against the President of the United States? Yes or no, and why? 866-660-5759. Or maybe which statement is more true? The President of the United States, in a wide-ranging speech in Arizona yesterday, incited the American people into hatred of the mainstream media. Is that more true than the mainstream media is practicing sedition against President Trump? Which of those two statements is more true? 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. I know what these people are doing. I know what hot air is doing. Hot air is sneaking up on the very thing that I'm discussing, which is sedition. That's why they use the word incitement. The president accuses the media of being sick people, fomenting division in America. Do you agree? Yes. Do I believe that they're sick? No. Do I believe that they're taking part in a political calculation? Yes. Which makes them propagandists. They are propagandists, indeed, fomenting divisions in America. I agree with President Trump completely on that. Trump said something that I think is unfair. These are sick people. Here's how you can tell when you're losing a political argument: when you start denigrating the mentality of the people you're arguing with. Oh, he's just a stupid cowboy. He's obviously insane. That guy is completely nuts. He's out of his head. If you find yourself saying that, you've lost the conversation. You lost the debate. Clearly, somebody engaged in a debate with you that is holding up their end of the conversation is not mentally defective. These are sick people. I disagree with that. These are motivated people, motivated to your demise. But then he goes on to say, if you wanted to discover the source of division in our country, look no further than the fake news and the crooked media. Again, I don't know that he needs to use the word fake or crooked, but let's just say you need no look further than the news and the media, because I can see exactly what he's saying. The news in this country is designed to divide us. President Obama was president for 8 years. Did anybody say anything about a Confederate statue? Actually, a few people did, and I said, hey, this is a dumb thing. We need to stop this. What are we going to do, take down the Jefferson Memorial? And here we are on the very brink of doing that. That was over 2 years ago. Trump went on to say they don't report the facts. They don't report the fact that I spoke out forcefully against hatred, bigotry, and violence. Strongly condemn neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and the KKK. What they do is they twist things as well. He says, we need unity in the United States. And then the mainstream media says, how can you possibly have unity in the United States when you are inciting people to hate us? Well, because you're the reason that there's not unity in the United States. You're playing politics. You're propagandizing. You are lying to the American people. And part of those people believe those lies. Now, I can simply research until I get the answer. And I do get the answer, and I put it here on the Wells Report on a radio station devoted to that very concept. That's why we named it The Answer. But which is more true? The president trying to incite hatred among us with the media, or the media trying to incite hatred against President Trump among us? Which is more true? The mainstream media is trying to foment hate and miscontent against this president. Would you agree? Michael Grinbaum is a Wall Street Journal editor. I'm sorry, he is not. He is the writer of a piece that quotes Gerard Baker, the editor of the Wall Street Journal. Some of the journalists at the Wall Street Journal have said that the coverage of President Trump lacks toughness. Gerard Baker, the editor-in-chief of the Wall Street Journal, says this is not correct. Some staff members expressed similar concerns after Mr. Baker, in a series of blunt late-night emails, criticized his staff over their coverage of Mr. Trump's Tuesday rally in Phoenix, describing their reporting as overly opinionated. Sorry, this is commentary dressed up as news reporting, Mr. Baker wrote at 12:01 a.m. on Wednesday morning to a group of Journal reporters and editors in response to a draft of the rally article that was intended for the newspaper's final edition. He added as a follow-up, could we please just stick to reporting what he said rather than packaging it in exegesis, exegesis. What the hell is that word? Would you look that word up, please? exegesis. I need the pronunciation. I can't figure it out. Exegesis. Packaging it in exegesis and selective criticism. See, what I should have done is I should have just left out the word exegesis, whatever it is, and just moved to selective criticism. But I didn't do that. Exegesis. and it's exegesis. Okay?
Exegesis.
Exegesis. Thank you.
Yeah, exegesis.
Exegesis. Sweet exegesis.
Exegesis.
Exegesis. We have to do that more often. That's just damn funny. Okay. Exegesis and selective criticism. I'll have to be honest with you. I have a very good vocabulary, but I have never heard the word exegesis. I need to start reading my dictionary again. Several phrases about Mr. Trump that appeared in the draft of the article reviewed by Mr. Baker were not included in the final version published on the Journal website. The draft in its lead paragraph described the Charlottesville, Virginia protest as reshaping Mr. Trump's presidency. That mention was removed. The draft also described Mr. Trump's Phoenix speech as an off-script return to campaign form, in which the president pivoted away from remarks a day earlier in which he had solemnly called for unity. Exegesis. That language does not appear in the article's final version. Contacted about the emails on Wednesday, a Wall Street Journal spokeswoman wrote in a statement, the Wall Street Journal has a clear separation between news and opinion. As always, the key priority is to focus reporting on facts and avoid opinions seeping into the news coverage. This is something that will either save CNN if they immediately start it, or kill CNN if they don't immediately start it. They have got to report the news. Then they can comment on it. In February, Mr. Baker fielded tough questions at an all-hands staff meeting about the newspapers reporting on Mr. Trump being too soft. Mr. Baker denied that notion. He suggested other newspapers had abandoned their objectivity about the president. He also encouraged journalists unhappy with the Journal coverage to seek employment elsewhere. Well, he is, after all, the editor-in-chief of the Wall Street Journal. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to report the news. If you are a news reporter, report the news. If you are a commentator, comment on the news. But if you are a reporter, do not comment on the news. And if you are a commentator, when reporting the news, report the news. If you don't know how to do it, listen to John David Wells on the Wells Report. He does it every evening, Monday through Friday, from 8 until 8 until midnight on 660 AM The Answer. Back with more in just a moment.
Want to know the secret that all those flipping houses gurus won't tell you? Flipping multi-unit properties is easier and more profitable than flipping single-family homes. With over 17 years of experience, we here at RE Mentor will show you the art of buying and selling multi-unit properties. Come spend the afternoon or evening with our team of experts, and we'll show you how to put $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket over the next 90 days. This 2-hour class will teach you the art of the multi-unit flip and long-term hold. You'll learn how to buy, hold, and sell multi-unit properties with no money down, no credit, and no risk. You risk nothing but have everything to gain. This intensive 2-hour real estate class is coming to the Dallas area soon. Call 800-380-5195 to secure your seat now. This seminar is free to the first 30 people that call. Change your life now and learn the art of the multi-unit flip or long-term hold. Call 800-380-5195. That's 800-380-5195. Call now.
Ready and reliable, anytime, night or day. When your plumbing's got problems or your drains are clogged, that's when you need AAA. You go to AAA-auger.com.
Are you concerned about high water bills this summer? Call the professional plumbers at AAA Auger Plumbing Services for a free home evaluation, where there's never a charge for coming out and no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays.
August is Coat Drive Month. AAA Auger is proud to be actively involved in our local communities and has teamed up with Austin Street Center to collect used coats and jackets for the less fortunate. Right now, donate any unwanted or unneeded coat or jacket and receive $25 off of any service. Offer not valid with other coupons or discounts. So if you need a plumber, fast, call 877-999-1979. License M37445.
When your plumbing's got problems or your drains are clogged, go to AAA-auger.com.
When you have sleep apnea, traveling can be a real drag because you have to drag your big, bulky home CPAP device with you everywhere you go. But not anymore. Now you can travel easily and sleep comfortably anywhere thanks to Transcend, the world's very first mini CPAP. And right now, you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights. So call now, 1-800-400-1841. Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever, Transcend is as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. You can even add a battery that's as tiny as a deck of cards. Transcend is so incredibly small and light, you can easily fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. It's FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. Now you can enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. But don't delay. To receive your 10-night in-home trial, call minicpap.com now, 1-800-400-1841. Again, that's 1-800-400-1841. Message and data rates may apply.
Attention, it is illegal to text and drive. So if you're experiencing hair loss and you want a permanent solution, please pull over now, because an incredible offer that could give you your hair back is just one text away. Bosley is the world's most experienced hair restoration expert, always pioneering the latest technology. And now, we're giving everyone who texts GROW to 543-543, an absolutely free information kit that reveals just how easy and affordable this permanent solution really is. Don't wait. When you text GROW to 543-543, we'll also give you a gift card for $250 off. Millions of men and women have come to Bosley for a permanent solution to hair loss. So pull over now and see for yourself how great your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit. Text GROW to 543-543. Plus, get a free gift card. This amazing offer is just one text away. GROW to 543-543.
This is 660 AM. The Answer. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. John David Wells at your service. So, is the president trying to incite us to hate the media? Is that more true than, say, for example, the media trying to incite us to hate Donald Trump? Which of those two statements is more true? Jim in Dallas, thanks very much for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report.
Oh, JD.
Hey, big man.
Trump no more is trying to turn us against the media than Obama did with BLM. Now, if they want to compare apples to apples, they need to go after it. BLM was invited to the White House. How many times?
Yeah.
And now, when Trump invites the KKK or the White Supremacists to the White House, then I get concerned.
I hear you. Thanks much. I appreciate it. You know, what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm trying to tell you the mainstream media is practicing sedition against this president. The constant drumbeat of discontent. The attempt is to weaken the president's political position in an effort to keep him from moving forward with a shall we say, a restructuring of America's power structures. It's not something that isn't long overdue. President Eisenhower warned about the military-industrial complex. Well, the media governmental complex is trying to run away with this country, and we need to stop them. This is the Wells Report.
Listen to what Jeff says about Andro 400.
This product is so much better than even some of the advertisements. It's changed every aspect of my life. I was a 40 waist, and with the Andro 400, I'm down to 36. I'm 54 years old, and people have said to me that I look better than I ever have, and that I look like I'm in my early 40s. Hands down, I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm telling you, it's the Andro. People immediately notice the burst of energy, my skin, my energy, plus the weight loss, the toning of the body, and the increased strength and endurance that I have in the gym. Where I was and where I am now, night and day. And Andro 400 has made the difference. My customers, my friends, my family, everybody's noticing the difference.
Guys, if you want to lose belly fat, gain energy, strength, and muscle, and look and feel years younger like Jeff, try Andro 400, the safe, natural, and affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. That's 888-400-0435. Andro400.com.
At Simple Sleep Services, we believe the best way to treat the serious medical condition of sleep apnea is the easy way. Our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea. A custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. You don't have to endure the cumbersome CPAP mask or go through the pain and downtime of surgery or implants. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment. Your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Let us start you down the path of a restful night's sleep. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Treat your sleep apnea and snoring the simple way. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep. Go to simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Don't spend another night on the couch or sleeping alone. simplesleepservices.com.
You're unique, so why is your mattress one size fits all? Because a custom mattress costs thousands, until now. Hi, I'm Christian von Rickenbach, founder of HelixSleep.com, where you can buy a mattress online, customized for you, for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. Go to HelixSleep.com, answer a few simple questions, and we build you the most comfortable mattress you'll ever sleep on. Shipping is free, and you have 100 nights to try it out. Go to HelixSleep.com/talkradio and get $50 off your order. HelixSleep.com/talkradio.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. Residents along the Texas Gulf Coast are bracing for Hurricane Harvey, which is expected to make landfall Friday or Saturday.
I have been to 4 different stores. No water on the shelf.
Harvey is expected to strengthen to a Category 3 hurricane as it makes landfall, carrying winds of 125 miles an hour and 12-foot storm surge. Florida executed a man Thursday with a drug never used before in the U.S. for lethal injection. 53-year-old Marcus Say was the first white man executed in Florida for killing a black man. Mavis Wansick quit her job after learning she won the nearly $759 million Powerball jackpot Wednesday.
I've called them and told them I will not be coming back.
The Massachusetts woman opted for the lump sum payout, which will be about $336 million after taxes. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer. Listen on iHeartRadio.
Hello, Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekends, Sunday morning, and it's about natural organic gardening. We talk about landscaping and pest control. We talk about tree care. We talk about specific pest control on some things where other people say there are no solutions. Things like oak wilt, rose rosette, crepe myrtle bark scale, and fungal canker on Italian cypress. Join me every Sunday morning, 8 to 11, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
If you've got your sights set on a trip this year, why not celebrate Jerusalem's 50th anniversary in Israel with Dennis Prager, Mike Gallagher, and other 660 AM The Answer listeners? Stand with Israel and explore all that it has to offer. From modern urban and political vitality to historic and ancient landmarks you cannot find anywhere else. This October 22nd through November 1st, come see the majesty of the Mediterranean coastline, friendly cosmopolitan cities, and the intercultural dynamics of Israel. With a cultural past that reaches back even before recorded history, make your plans now to explore Israel's sites like the Golan Heights, the Western Wall, Jerusalem, and much more. You've read and heard about these places for years. Now come and visit them for yourself. Stand with Israel this October 22nd through November the 1st. Time is running out to book your trip. For affordable prices and all-inclusive details, visit 660amtheanswer.com. That's 660amtheanswer.com to register.
Hi, you may recognize my voice. For years, I've been doing the commercials for Vein Clinics of America. The really funny thing is I had bulging varicose and spider veins for years and didn't do anything about it. There were whole summers I'd play the cover-up game and suffer because I didn't want to wear shorts or skirts. Listen, when your veins are bulging out the back of your legs, you don't want people to see. It's embarrassing and painful. So I finally did something and I went to Vein Clinics of America. It was so much easier than I thought. My treatments only took about an hour, and I went right back to work. And now I'm wearing shorts and my legs look and feel amazing. Best of all, my insurance covered the procedure. So stop hiding. Call Vein Clinics of America now. They're the best. They're the largest, and they've been helping people restore their legs for over 35 years. There's absolutely no reason to suffer any longer. Call Vein Clinics now for your free fast-track consultation. Call 800-780-1975. 800-780-1975. That's 800-780-1975.
If you're not incorporated and you're a truck driver, a cafe owner, a construction contractor, a real estate agent, a consultant, or any small business owner, then you are at risk. If someone sues and you're not incorporated, you could lose everything. Your home, your car, even your personal life savings. That's why Incorporate.com is now giving away a free incorporation toolkit to all business owners, including exclusive information on how to start and grow your business. For your free incorporation toolkit, call now. 1-800-600-8551. Incorporation is the shield that protects your personal assets. Without it, you could lose everything. That's why at Incorporate.com, they just make incorporating or forming an LLC quick and easy. They don't provide legal or financial advice. So if you're a personal trainer, a travel agent, or run a tech startup or any small business, call now for your free incorporation toolkit. They're giving them away for free at 1-800-600-8551. That's 1-800-600-8551.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
When the time comes to make a choice in assisted living for a loved one, you immediately feel this pressure. You want something they will like, something like a home, not that big facility, hospital feel. Does that even exist? Hey, it's Mark Davis. I have great news. Avondale Assisted Living. 5 in Dallas, 1 in Plano, 1 in Euless, more to come. It's the future of assisted living. Imagine the peace of mind as you and your loved one enjoy a home-like atmosphere. Caregiver ratio of 4-to-1 instead of the 15-to-1 you can find in those big box facilities. Throw in a family feel, independence, and safety, and all-inclusive fees with no hidden surprises, and everybody's happy. I'm happy to give you the phone number. Could be the solution you're looking for. 214-8-WE-CARE. 214, the number 8-WE-CARE, or Avondale, Avendelle, Avondale.com. Transition is so much easier with personalized assisted living. Ask about single-day respite care to get the feel of an Avondale home. 214-8-WE-CARE, 214, the number 8-WE-CARE, or Avondale.com.
660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. How long have we been doing this show together? 7 years?
7 years for Vicky.
7 years for Vicky. Let's see, you came about, how long ago?
About five for me.
So 5 years for Magic Matt, and we've been doing this show for 7 years. Is that right, Vicky? Do I look any older today?
You really want me to answer that?
You want the truth?
Yes.
Absolutely not, John David. You look fabulous.
We're ready to believe you.
So nice. Isn't that nice? That's so sweet. The reason I'm asking if I look older is because Colton started his first day at college today. When we started doing this show together, Vicky, he was 11.
Don't tell me that. Oh, my goodness.
Man, he started college today. He went to TCCC for the first day today.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Isn't that great? The reason I'm asking, or the reason I'm wondering, is because I was reading this article from David French. He is a very, very good columnist. I find myself really enjoying his work because he comes up with things that are very much like what we try to come up with here on the Wells Report. We try to come up with things that are human, that are real, that portray a piece of America that is not, it's not historic. It is not necessarily societal. It is life. It is reality. He writes as follows. This in National Review. Sometimes small stories can tell us big things. Last week, I had a telling conversation with a young evangelical mom of 3. I was a customer at her workplace. We were all making the normal small talk. She asked about my kids, where they went to school, and if he was sad or if I was sad to see my youngest go to college. Then she asked what I did. I told her I write for a conservative political magazine. She gave me the strangest look. She fell silent. After a moment, she said, "What do you write about?" Well, today I wrote a piece criticizing Trump's response to the violence in Charlottesville. Yesterday I wrote, before I could finish my answer, her eyes welled up with tears. Her eyes welled up with tears. You feel okay criticizing Trump? The people I work with love him, and they're so mean about it. No one can say one thing critical, not one thing. They'll get angry and yell. It's terrible. Yes, it's just one story from one young mom who lives in the heart of Trump country, but it's indicative of our age. Our political culture is losing any sense of proportion. Political rage is transcending basic human decency, any semblance of tolerance, even faith itself. It's a general truth in politics and culture that a nation defined by those who care the most, and increasingly, those who care the most have lost their moorings. There is a malicious spirit loose in the land. In politics and in culture, a nation is defined by those who care the most. David French says those people who care the most have lost their moorings. We've certainly seen it on the left. Google's recent decision to fire an employee for wrongthink, which is an Orwellian term, is all too indicative of a progressive political culture that's not content merely to disagree with dissenters. People in error have to be called out, investigated, shamed, and punished. The deeper you move into the ideological cocoon, the less tolerance there is for debate. Bloomberg's Megan McArdle, a sharp thinker not prone to hyperbole, wrote yesterday decrying the base of online mobs and internet shaming. The goal of the mob isn't to rebut bad arguments, but to destroy careers and permanently ruin reputations. She said this: I find myself in more and more conversations that sound as if we're living in one of the later stage communist regimes. Not the ones that shot people, but the ones that discovered you didn't need to shoot dissidents as long as you could make them pariahs. No job, no appointment, no apartment, no one willing to be seen talking to them in public. Does this sound overwrought? Well, consider that a major American corporation just launched an investigation into a private conversation between 2 of its employees because a left-wing Hollywood star was offended by their opinions about transgenderism. Consider the fact that even the most innocuous expressions of dissent from hard left identity politics have triggered violence and threats of violence on campus. There are reasons why conservative professors have called me from their offices, closed the door, and shared their true opinions only in whispers. They knew their lives would be turned upside down if the wrong ears were listening. Does this sound like America to you, or does this sound like does it sound like East Germany? Sounds like East Germany to me. This is where we live. We live in East Germany. The whisper campaigns between people who say, he voted for Trump. He voted for Trump, and he doesn't believe that you should take those statues down. The whisper campaign. He's not one of us. He's not one of us. The funniest thing about that is that after they say, he's not one of us, they say, he's a fascist. You see, the us's are the fascists. Just saying. David French goes on to say, but we on the right are wrong and smug to think that only the left is losing its sense of proportion and perspective. From the bully pulpit of the White House to the tiny pulpits of personal social media, amoral, angry populists lash out with a degree of fury and rage that I've never seen in my adult life. Their goals are similar: to destroy careers or to wage war on opponents. Not just pundits fighting pundits for politicians fighting politicians. It's neighbor versus neighbor. The young mom I met last week was not a never Trump pundit. She was a Christian who had concerns with Trump's morality. Yet she didn't feel free to share her opinion with her colleagues. I've seen shouting matches at social gatherings and social media flame wars between old friends. And often the goal isn't so much to win the argument as it is to hurt the other person, to deter them from ever speaking about politics again. Our political system is remarkably stable. It's built to last through incompetent presidents and rudderless Congresses. The founders erected a safeguard after safeguard to prevent any one election or any one movement from toppling our constitutional republic. But I fear that our culture is less durable than our Constitution. Indeed, our culture has failed our Constitution before, most recently through the malice and groupthink of the Jim Crow South. An entire region built a system from the ground up that stood in direct defiance of not just our founding fathers' documents, but also the Civil War era constitutional amendments that were designed to remake the land. Our contemporary culture hasn't yet failed to that terrible extent, but malice leads a nation down dark paths. And our increasing geographic separation into warring ideological bubbles creates fertile ground for extremism. In other words, the law of group polarization applies. I've written about the concept before. It cannot be emphasized enough, says David French. Essentially, the law holds that in striking empirical regularity, deliberation tends to move groups and individuals who compose them toward a more extreme point in the direction indicated by their own pre-deliberation judgments. Put more simply, when like-minded people gather, their views tend to grow more extreme. Absent moderating forces, they reinforce and amplify shared views. It is indeed an echo chamber. There are those who will read the story that started this piece and sneer. They'll call that mom a snowflake and say that it's her own fault if she can't withstand disagreements. In other words, get tough or shut up. But there's a difference between debate and insult, between reason and malice. Our nation thrives in the midst of disagreement. It withers, however, in the face of unrelenting cruelty. And I fear that for now, cruelty is winning the day. I disagree. Cruelty is not winning the day. There is a lively debate, however, over strident propaganda and reasoned logic. I would like to think that we provide the reasoned logic. The strident propaganda comes at us from all angles, from all directions, and from all channels. Lance in Grapevine, welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hey, JD, thank you for your service on the air and in the guard.
God bless you, Lance. Thank you.
I had a great pleasure tonight on a long drive back from Houston. We have a new citizen who is a Sikh, and he's a business partner. We work together on some things. And he thought he was a moderate liberal until we had about an hour-long discussion. As a matter of fact, right now, I'll let somebody speak conservative values to you better than I can. So now you have a new listener and a new fan, and he absolutely realizes he's a conservative. He always was. He just thought he was a moderate liberal because listening to all the gunk that's out there.
There's lots of gunk out there. What is his name?
Dalpreet Sudam.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Dalpreet Sudam.
You're going to have to text it to me, my friend, because the telephone isn't being kind to your pronunciation. Is he with you right now?
No, I just dropped him off and heading back home.
Well, next time you see him, say, thanks very much for coming to Texas just in time to give us the right to be able to carry reasonable knives in public again.
Absolutely, and that's part of their faith. He's a Sikh, so they carry a blade.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was saying. I wanted to thank him for his support and his willingness to make that happen for us so that we can all get our Bowie knives back out, polish them all up, get them nice and honed, and take them to work.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
Lance, thank you so much for doing that work, and thank you so much for your new Sikh friend.
Tarrant,
Please do it. Tell him that I said hello and that I'm very proud that he's in the country and that I'm glad that he's listening.
Will do. Thank you for everything you do.
God bless, Lance. Thank you for everything you do. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer. All of us are becoming stronger in our opinions. It is essential that our willingness to develop the strength in our opinions comes with the willingness and the strength to believe in them enough to hear somebody else who believes strongly in theirs. If you truly believe what you believe, listen carefully to those who don't believe what you believe. You might learn something. I guarantee it, in fact. This is the Wells Report. Texas is a conservative state, but it can only stay that way if Texans remain informed and engaged. Hi, I'm John David Wells from the Wells Report. I want to tell you about Empowered Texans, and I want to tell you about a guy named Michael Quinn Sullivan. When I came to Texas 11 years ago, Michael was one of the guys who took me aside and said, wait until you get a load of Texas politics. And I said, tell me. He started telling me the story, and I started saying, really? And as I watched over the years, everything that he said became so much more true and so much more vivid and so three-dimensional that I said, this guy really knows what he's talking about. If you start down that road by hanging around with the people of EmpoweredTexans.com, if you do indeed subscribe to their free weekly news digest, it won't be long before you're calling me on this telephone and saying, man, how did I get along without this? Your politics don't necessarily have to be conservative if you're interested in what's going on in the political world. So don't let that stop you from being a subscriber to the weekly newsletter that comes from Empowered Texans. Don't let that news digest just pass you by because you think that Michael Quinn Sullivan is a different political persuasion than you. Like I said, if you're strong in your convictions, then by all means, listen to somebody else. You might learn something. And in the case of Empowered Texans and this weekly news digest I'm talking about, I guarantee you that you will learn something that will be valuable to you every day you live in Texas. EmpoweredTexans.com. EmpoweredTexans.com. Get their free weekly news digest today. EmpoweredTexans.com. Tell them you heard about it on the Wells Report.
660 AM, The Answer.
We finally have the home of our dreams, but it wasn't because we purchased the home of our dreams. It's because we purchased an ordinary home and hired the design experts at Adair's Fine Floors to make it extraordinary. From our complete bath renovation all the way to our sparkling new quartz countertops in our kitchen. Adair's Fine Floors does so much more than just floors. At Adair's, you'll find granite and quartz countertops, sinks, blinds, shutters, rugs, as well as a huge selection of wood, tile, carpet, and vinyl flooring. Adair's and their skilled installers will make sure your project will go as smoothly as possible from start to finish. The hardest decision you'll have to make is choosing from such a wide range of choices.
Stop by their showroom at the corner of Abrams and Royal in Lake Highlands and let them help you take your home from ordinary to extraordinary. Call 214-503-1324. That's 214-503-1324 or visit their website at adairsfloors.com. That's adairsfloors.com.
Want to know the secret that all those flipping houses gurus won't tell you? Flipping multi-unit properties is easier and more profitable than flipping single-family homes. With over 17 years of experience, we here at RE Mentor will show you the art of buying and selling multi-unit properties. Come spend the afternoon or evening with our team of experts, and we'll show you how to put $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket over the next 90 days. This 2-hour class will teach you the art of the multi-unit flip and long-term hold. You'll learn how to buy, hold, and sell multi-unit properties with no money down, no credit, and no risk. You risk nothing but have everything to gain. This intensive 2-hour real estate class is coming to the Dallas area soon. Call 800-380-5195 to secure your seat now. This seminar is free to the first 30 people that call. Change your life now and learn the art of the multi-unit flip or long-term hold. Call 800-380-5195. That's 800-380-5195. Call now.
Does how you feel interfere with your lifestyle? Take control before it does. Harvard Medical recently published a paper on how to decrease your risk of cancer, heart disease, blood pressure, diabetes, bowel and vision problems. The answer, backed by dozens of studies, is not vitamins. It's eating more fruits and vegetables in their whole, complete form. 4 simple tips that I've used with my patients over the years are: 1, keep fruits and vegetables where you can see them readily. 2, get crazy. Explore the produce aisle and choose something new. 3, make it a meal. Try new recipes that include more vegetables and fruits. And the easiest of all, to get the complete nutrition of 31 different fruits and vegetables every day, take Balance of Nature.
What are you waiting for? Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code 660AM.
Message and data rates may apply. Please don't text while driving.
Your logo is your brand, your reputation. It's your most valuable asset. So what's the best thing to do with it? Give it away. When the experts at 4imprint put your logo on the right promotional products, giving those items away can make a lasting impression, empower your brand, and attract new customers. In fact, we'll prove it by revealing the top 3 promotional items for driving new customers absolutely free. Simply text the keyword GIVE to 642-642. We don't just print your logo. We're here to help you every step of the way. The 4imprint team can make your logo shine on your choice of thousands of promotional items, all delivered on time at great prices with free art assistance and outstanding customer service that's second to none. Want to turn your logo into profit? Give it away. Discover the top 3 promotional items for driving new customers absolutely free by texting GIVE to 642-642. That's GIVE to 642-642.
660 AM, The Answer. You're hearing tomorrow's front page on the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Troy in Dallas, thanks for joining us. Hi.
Hey, JD, I wanted to tell you my fantasy, what I would do if I were the richest man in the universe.
Let's do it.
First thing I would do is buy out CNN lock, stock, and barrel, and I would politely inform them you need to vacate the building and go find other jobs. And then I would set about repurposing the building. The first 1/3 of it would go to production and distribution of the Holy Bible. Another 1/3 of it would go to production and distribution of the American flag. And the final 1/3 of it would go to those wonderful people who build Henry rifles.
Oh, there you go.
And that's my fantasy. And you can probably tell that I'm sick of CNN. I don't even bother watching them for 1 minute these days. I'm sick of them. I think that people like CNN and other news outlets, they're responsible for a lot of the bias and the hatred going on these days. They keep banging that hate. I call it the hate drum, and I'm sick of it.
I hear what you're saying. I believe that CNN is about to implode because of its own devices. And when I mean implode, I mean implode. I mean, there's nothing uglier than seeing it happen. I don't know if CNN can I don't know if CNN can recover. You know, CNN has fooled me before. And I'm not sure that they're not going to be able to fool me again, but they are they're seditionists. And that is not what journalism is supposed to be. Journalism is supposed to be a clear lens through which you are able to receive a description of what happened in your day. To comment on those happenings, well, that's part of life. That's just human beings. But when you disguise that commentary for the news that commentary is based on, then you're doing everybody a huge disservice, including yourself, if you're CNN. Kevin in Dallas, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hi.
Yeah, so I think that article is pointing to the fact that our politics have become more polarized, in the last 10 years. And I don't think it's an accident that they've become more polarized, given the fact that we had, a political agitator in the White House for over 8 years.
I'm not sure that is the true problem. I believe the true problem is the Democrat Party, and it may be because of President Obama. I'm not exactly sure that I can link these two things up, but what I will tell you is this. When the Democrat Party started hating America, this country began to suffer. This is the Wells Report.
When you have sleep apnea, traveling can be a real drag because you have to drag your big, bulky home CPAP device with you everywhere you go. But not anymore. Now you can travel easily and sleep comfortably anywhere thanks to Transcend, the world's very first mini CPAP. And right now, you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights. So call now, 1-800-400-1841. Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever, Transcend is as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. You can even add a battery that's as tiny as a deck of cards. Transcend is so incredibly small and light, you can easily fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. It's FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. Now you can enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. But don't delay. To receive your 10-night in-home trial, call minicpap.com now, 1-800-400-1841. Again, that's 1-800-400-1841.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
If you're young and healthy, you don't need life insurance, right? Yeah, that's what I used to think too, until my brother died at 38. Joe left his wife with 2 kids, a mortgage, and a stack of bills she couldn't pay.
Check. In the broadest velds of Africa, there are huge pachyderms called elephants. The elephant culture is different than that of human beings insofar as the females run the show. Many people have said that human beings should follow in these footsteps. Are you one of them? Well, you may be when we discuss the new matriarchal America next time on the Wells Report. I shouldn't use that accent because nobody knows it's me.
The Wells Report. Well, I don't know. The announcer going, "This is John David Wells."
Oh, okay. All right. We'll leave it there. Mark Davis, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to sound like the British guy on the nature movies talking about the vast plains of Africa. On those vast plains, elephants roam the world, run by the females in the group, truly a matriarchal society. Many in the current paradigm of human beings believe that our society would be better run by females. Do you agree? Shall we discuss it? Fine. See you later tonight on the Wells Report.
1-800-600-8551. That's 1-800-600-8551. Warning. If you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $5,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-700-0299. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-700-0299. That's 1-800-700-0299. 1-800-700-0299.
A reminder, we have a special free Money Matters retirement seminar in Arlington Saturday or Fort Worth Wednesday, September 6th. Once again, there's a lot of uncertainty and stock market volatility. That's why if you're retired or retiring soon and don't have years to make up a major loss, it's important to also include a protective strategy as part of your plan. The 2008 stock market crash wiped out 12 years of gains in just 17 months. Reserve now at moneymatters.net. That's moneymatters.net or call 800-994-0302.
Sean Hannity here for my friends at Generator Supercenter, the great American story. Now, this started in 2005 with two brothers selling and repairing generators out of their garage in Texas. Today, they are the #1 Generac dealer in the nation. #1 means more savings for you. When the power goes down, keep your home or business up and running with a Generac standby power system from the Generator Supercenter. Financing available, payments as low as $100 a month. GeneratorSupercenter.com. That's GeneratorSupercenter.com.
660 AM The Answer. 660 AM TheAnswer.com. Isn't thinking so much more fun getting yelled at? The Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. Why don't you listen to Mark Davis tomorrow morning? You know, he's very, very good at what he does. You should find out for yourself. 7 o'clock would be the time that he shows up and talks a lot about this.
Hey, JD, happy Thursday. Here comes Friday, and does it seem like every Friday we look back and go, man, what a week that was? Well, here comes Friday. Man, what a week this has been. So last week, the media said, is this Trump's worst week ever? Well, we'll take a look at this week in the rearview mirror. I think it was great. Had his various facets, strong on Afghanistan, inspiring at the American Legion, busting the media's chops. What's not to love? So we'll check overnight news and welcome all views tomorrow morning's Friday Mark Davis Show, 7 to 10 a.m., right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Great music, isn't it? Paul McCartney and Wings, Band on the Run. You are listening to the Wells Report. I can say that, honest to goodness, they don't make music like that anymore. And it's not because I'm old. It's they don't make music like that anymore. But Bruno Mars is on the scene. Yeah, I'm just saying. Bruno, keep making music, man. 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. There has been a series of odd events out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It has been very, very difficult to explain. United States Navy ships colliding with commercial vessels. The strangest things are going on. It seems as though that United States Navy ships 4 times this year ran across and into various merchantmen. The last of which, the USS John S. McCain, collided with an oil tanker off Malaysia. 10 sailors were missing, 5 were injured, 7 sailors died. When the USS Fitzgerald was hit by a cargo ship 60 miles off the coast of Japan. We're trying to figure out exactly how it happened. Normally, ships are pretty far away from each other. And what they're trying to figure out is whether or not there is another agent at work here. Many of these merchant marine ships, many of these ships are pretty much automated. They are located through GPS. Autopilots keep them on course. It's very much like the GPS in your car. You get a representation of the roads you're driving on, but really your machine is simply taking you from one 8-digit coordinate to another. And by virtue of integration of the maps that are available to a GPS manufacturer, you're able to see these representations of these highways. In the case of marine GPS, they simply steer you around obstacles that are on your course. They're much simpler. I have not necessarily reported on this story insofar as here on the Wells Report, we don't trade on personal misfortune. It's one thing to have a Navy ship run into another Navy ship. As you know, I was a devotee of the submarine force. I very much wanted to serve on submarines. I still do. I think they're cool as hell. But the thing about it is that in the submarine world, weird things can happen. A United States submarine was moving along at full speed. Can't tell you how fast that is, but it's faster than you ever thought was possible. And hit an undersea mountain. That the dang thing didn't sink is just a phenomenal testimony to the amazing engineering and the toughness at which those ships are built. Because the entire ship was distorted until the mountain got down to the pressure hull, and then the whole thing stopped. One sailor lost his life. During the Cold War, American submarines were so much quieter than their Soviet counterparts that their submarines could trail their Soviet counterparts very, very closely. So closely, in fact, that they could nestle underneath one of these submarines or so. They would bring the periscope up and take pictures of the hulls of the submarines the Soviets were building while they were underway at sea. They called them hull shots. It didn't necessarily start working out that way. It didn't work out that way very well because eventually what happened was that the Walker spy ring told the Soviets that they had American hunter-killer submarines in very close proximity to every submarine they had at sea. If you've seen the movie The Hunt for Red October, you've heard a term called Crazy Ivan, which is where submarine skippers of the Russian Navy would suddenly turn and come back down a reciprocal heading that they were on. If they were on 270, they'd go to 090 and then floor it. They'd go to flank speed and come straight back down the track that theoretically an American submarine was following them on. Were there collisions? Yes. So many, in fact, that the running joke of the Soviet Navy was, in the news today, an American submarine ran into an iceberg. Fortunately, the crew of the iceberg was saved. It loses a little bit in the translation. So, American Navy ships have run into things before. But normally you don't see that on the surface unless somebody is trying to mess you up. And I could see that one would happen, maybe two, but four? There are rumors on Twitter, perhaps you've noticed them too. Some of my computer science, computer security circle buddies have been talking about the possibility that cyber attacks or jamming might have been involved in the collisions. Speculation has been fueled by 4 accidents involving U.S. warships, 2 of which were fatal, highly computerized nature of modern maritime navigation, and heightened concerns over global cyber attacks, especially attacks against U.S. government entities. Chief of Naval Operations Admiral John Richardson has said in a tweet that there was no indication of the possibility of cyber intrusion or sabotage, but the review will consider all possibilities. It has been retweeted over 830 times. Experts in the technology field say there are certainly scenarios they can imagine in which GPS hacks could have been used to foil ships' navigation systems, but emphasize there's no evidence such attacks took place in the case of Navy collisions. The balance of the evidence still leads me to believe that it was crew negligence in many as the most likely explanation. I hate to say that because I hate to think the Navy fleet was negligent, said University of Texas at Austin aerospace professor Todd Humphreys, who studies GPS security issues. The incidents have clearly rattled the Navy. Yesterday, Vice Admiral Joseph Ocquan was dismissed as commander of the 7th Fleet. On Monday, the Navy ordered a global pause in operations to allow commanders to take immediate action to keep sailors and ships safe, as well as a Navy-wide review to get at the root causes of the problems. The technology to jam or misdirect navigational software is readily available, though the Navy uses a much more robust encrypted version of GPS that would be very difficult to disrupt. It is not the Navy ship being disrupted. It is the merchant marine ship being disrupted. Very much like a Crazy Ivan, a hacker would be able to take over the navigation systems of a merchant marine ship and indeed steer it into the nearest Navy ship in a complete surprise. Now, in this particular article, they start taking you down the road of trying to spoof the Navy version of GPS. You can't do it. I suppose you can. They say you could do it by something called a record and replay attack. That's where a recording is made of the encrypted location data being sent down from satellites to the Navy ship, then replaying the recording at a slightly later time, directing it toward that ship, but you have to get it through the actual communication system that takes that information and sends it to the navigation computers. You could fool your ship into thinking it's someplace where it's not. Well, yeah, I suppose. That would be a very difficult, sophisticated hack requiring recording the navigation data stream from multiple angles to mimic the multiple antennas on the Navy ship, then sending the recorded signals from 2 or more locations. To ensure that nearby ships didn't also get the false data, it would have to be transmitted from close to the Navy ship being targeted, perhaps using multiple drones. That's not the answer. The answer is the other direction. It is well known that shipping companies can steer their ships at sea, very much like Air Force personnel can steer drones in the air. In 2013, a group of graduate students were able to successfully spoof an $80 million yacht's GPS system, sending it hundreds of yards off course without the ship's navigation system showing the changes to the crew. The Navy's Richardson said the second extremely serious accident in a little more than 2 months gives great cause for concern that there is something out there that we're just not getting at. The Navy has blamed the Fitzgerald collision on a loss of situational awareness by sailors on the bridge. Dana Goward, former head of the Marine Transportation Systems for the United States Coast Guard, says the Navigation Authority for all says she doesn't believe that hacking was involved in the Navy collisions. As a former Coast Guard captain, he said that years of navigating at sea tell him, especially in high-traffic areas where the collisions occurred, it's easy for mistakes to happen. It's a difficult environment to be in. Human error is always present. This has the flavor of a cover-up for me. The notion of a cyber attack is causing the collision has gained currency in part because it's possible. Other military powers are known to have tried it. For instance, said Goward, a malicious party could focus on the unencrypted navigation feed of the commercial vessel, while at the same time mounting a jamming effort against the Navy ship for a brief period of time. This seems much more viable to me. Or hackers could just try commanding the GPS of the cargo ship to get it to veer slightly off course. You have it veer slightly off course. You have it accelerate to full speed. You steer it into the Navy ship. Professor David Last, the former president of the Royal Institute for Navigation in the United Kingdom, said this: I think you just have to attack the weaker of the pair, which is the commercial vehicle. I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying that that's what I would do if I was trying to be a troublemaker in that way. That's what I believe is happening. I don't believe it's the skipper's fault, but then again, I wouldn't. I don't believe it's the sailors on the bridge responsibility to make sure that everything is going along according to plan. I believe that's the officer of the deck. That's who's supposed to maintain situational awareness. And something tells me that all those men and women were doing exactly that. This is the Wells Report.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friends at Zero Res. They've been cleaning my carpets for years, and now they do a great job on hardwood floors. You know why we love hardwood floors? Because of the way they look when they are clean. But you can't neglect them. The finish can wear through. You can have loss of stain color, damage to the actual wood, and that gets you into restoration and all kinds of other things. Let's keep the floors clean and get them well taken care of with my friends at Zero Res on the following Mark Davis Show special. 214-37-CLEAN, 214-37-CLEAN. You get them to clean your hardwood floors, and they'll do a room of carpet cleaning for free. 214-37-CLEAN. You cut that deal right now. And go to ZeroResDFW.com, ZEROREZ, ZeroResDFW.com, and click the Wood Floors tab and see the befores and afters and see what great beauty you can get out of your hardwood floors. ZeroRes, ZEROREZ, ZeroResDFW.com, 214-37-CLEAN. Let them do the hardwoods. They'll do a room of carpet free. 214-37-CLEAN or ZeroResDFW.com.
Warning. If you've recently declared bankruptcy, you're going to want to cover your ears because there's an alternative to bankruptcy and it could be better than you'd ever think possible. But if you've already declared bankruptcy and have missed this opportunity, you'll want to cover your ears now. Here it is. Right now, the company that has resolved more credit card debt than anyone in the U.S. may be able to settle your debt too. You could resolve your debt with one low monthly program payment. If you call right now and qualify, Freedom Debt Relief will show you how low your monthly program payment could be for free. Call now. 1-800-600-3731. That's 1-800-600-3731. If you're struggling with debt, this could be your answer. And the bigger your debt, the more money you could save. To find out for free how much of your hard-earned money Freedom Debt Relief could help you save, call now. 1-800-600-3731. 1-800-600-3731. 1-800-600-3731.
Do you trust our economy? How about our banking system? Our president has stated we are sitting on a bubble right now, and that when the Fed raises interest rates, bad things are going to happen. Well, the Fed is raising rates here and now. There has never been a better time to turn your IRA or 401k into physical gold or silver with GSI Exchange. Call 833-GSI-GOLD. GSI Exchange can make this happen fast, and it's money you control, not the big banks. 833-GSI Gold. Ask about our bank failure survival guide and learn how your qualified IRA transfer can get you $1,500 in free physical gold or silver delivered right to your home. GSI Exchange has an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call GSI Exchange at 833-GSI Gold. That's 833-474-4653. Or visit us on the web at gsi.gold. Call GSI Exchange at 833-GSI-GOLD.
Want to know the secret that all those flipping houses gurus won't tell you? Flipping multi-unit properties is easier and more profitable than flipping single-family homes. With over 17 years of experience, we here at RE Mentor will show you the art of buying and selling multi-unit properties. Come spend the afternoon or evening with our team of experts, and we'll show you how to put $10,000 to $30,000 in your pocket over the next 90 days. This 2-hour class will teach you the art of the multi-unit flip and long-term hold. You'll learn how to buy, hold, and sell multi-unit properties with no money down, no credit, and no risk. You risk nothing but have everything to gain. This intensive 2-hour real estate class is coming to the Dallas area soon. Call 800-380-5195 to secure your seat now. This seminar is free to the first 30 people that call. Change your life now and learn the art of the multi-unit flip or long-term hold. Call 800-380-5195. That's 800-380-5195. Call now.
I'm sure that every one of you understands the importance of oral care to your overall health. There's no denying the connection. I'm also sure that many of you have a sensitive mouth or sensitive gums or painful canker sores, or sadly, maybe even chemo sores from cancer treatment. What you may not know is that your mouthwash, especially if it's one of the brands that burns, may be making things worse. You should try non-irritating, alcohol-free Closus Oral Rinse. That's CLOSYS. Closus is like first aid for your mouth. It's as gentle as water, but it helps relieve common but uncomfortable, even painful issues in your mouth. Unlike other mouthwashes, Closus is also pH balanced, which eliminates the burn and irritation. Try Closus Oral Rinse for sensitive mouth, gums, and canker sores for pain-free oral care. That's CLOSYS. Closus. Learn more about the gentle, effective oral rinse at Closus.com or get Closus today at Walgreens, CVS Health, and Walmart.
660 AM, The Answer. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
In 1971, Kirby Williams went to Vietnam as a U.S. Army draftee. In 2010, he went to a Veterans Affairs clinic in southern Illinois where a radiologist took a scan of his kidneys. The radiologist then missed a 2 to 3 centimeter mass in one of his kidneys. By last December, the mass had grown between 7 and 8 centimeters. Now the 66-year-old has at most 2 to 5 years to live. Evidence is mounting that Williams may be just one of many veterans whose health and longevity had been compromised by shoddy practices of VA personnel more focused on earning a productivity bonus than taking care of the men and women who put their lives on the line for the nation. His doctor told him the mass had been growing for about 6 years, while physicians could have removed the affected kidney in 2010. That is no longer an option. So if you wondered whether the VA had improved over the years, the answer is no. They're still killing people. Veterans. Those among us who fought to make sure that we were safe. We were free. All they asked was to be taken care of health-wise. The executive producer of the Wells Report is Vicki Stiver. Technical director, conductor of the Wells Report Orchestra is Magic Matt Swing. My name is John David Wells. God bless you and yours. See you again tomorrow for another edition of the Wells Report.
Hi, I'm Rick Foster with Guardian Financial Management and the host of Plain Talk, No Worries Financial Hour. Heard right here on 660 AM at 4 o'clock every Saturday. Do you know why the stock market did so well in the 80s and 90s and why there have been 2 major crashes in the last 16 years? You need to know the reasons why so you can make the right decisions for your family. Listen to Plain Talk, No Worries here every Saturday at 4 o'clock and we will pull back the curtains and show you the truth. That's 4 o'clock on Saturday right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Listen to what Jeff says about Andro 400.
This product is so much better than even some of the advertisements. This changed every aspect of my life. There was a 40 waist, and with the Andro 400, I'm down to 36. I'm 54 years old, and people have said to me that I look better than I ever have, and that I look like I'm in my early 40s. Hands down, I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm telling you, it's the Andro. People immediately notice the burst of energy, my skin, my energy, plus the weight loss, the toning of the body, and the increased strength and endurance that I have in the gym. Where I was and where I am now, night and day. And Andro 400 has made the difference. My customers, my friends, my family, everybody's noticing the difference.
Guys, if you want to lose belly fat, gain energy, strength, and muscle, and look and feel years younger like Jeff, try Andro 400, the safe, natural, and affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. That's 888-400-0435. Andro400.com.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. For all of you with any kind of snoring or sleep apnea problem, let me send you to the place I visited, Simple Sleep Services, simplesleepservices.com. Check them out. They're in Dallas and Fort Worth. Insurance covers, folks, and it's not surgery, and we're not going to have the big honking CPAP device breathing machine. We're not going to do implants. It's the Simple Somnodent device. An oral appliance they make for you, just like they did for me. You take it home, you pop it in, you kiss your wife goodnight, and silent night all year long. It is so great. Are you tired of disrupting everybody's sleep with your snoring? Do something about it. 469-685-1700. 469-685-1700. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep. Visit simplesleepservices.com. They make it easy. Board-certified sleep physicians, great people. 469-685-1700. Solve your snoring and sleep apnea problem with simplesleepservices.com. Simplesleepservices.com.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM. KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. A dangerous storm heading for the Texas Gulf Coast. Hurricane Harvey is expected to strengthen to a Category 3 storm by the time it makes landfall with 125-mile-an-hour winds. A storm surge warning also in effect.
That storm surge warning means there is a danger of life-threatening inundation from the rising water moving inland from the coastline during the next 36 hours.
Dennis Felchin with the National Hurricane Center. A pair of firsts in a Florida execution.
Florida executing a man Thursday with an anesthetic never used before in a U.S. lethal injection. 53-year-old Mark Asay executed for 2 racially motivated murders. Asay, also the first white man executed in Florida for killing a black man, was pronounced dead at 6:22 p.m. Thursday night.
Fox's Paul Stevens. It was Florida's first execution in a year and a half. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Stimulating talk. 660 AM, The Answer.
Tune in Sundays at noon for the Lifestyles Unlimited Real Estate Investor Radio Show. Join us each Sunday when we discuss the principles and practices of the successful real estate investor. We bring you experts to answer your questions on how to use real estate to build wealth and passive realized monthly income, and teach you the ins and outs of investing in real estate. So tune in Sundays at noon, right here for the Lifestyles Unlimited Real Estate Investor Radio Show.
Join us for the Real Investor Radio Show right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Hello, Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekends, Sunday morning, and it's about natural organic gardening. We talk about landscaping and pest control. We talk about tree care. We talk about specific pest control on some things where other people say there are no solutions. Things like oak wilt, rose